How did you know the secret to how I run my games? Anyways, hello and welcome everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Before we jump into the action, don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. All those things help us out tremendously. If you're interested in supporting our community a little bit further, consider becoming a member here in our YouTube channel. Memberships start at just $2 a month, and you gain access to some really cool emotes. In addition to that, if you are interested in joining any of our campaigns, we do have open slots available. This game has an open slot. The Saturday afternoon has an open slot. The Saturday evening has an open slot. And the Tuesday early has open slots. So if you're interested in any of them, be sure to reach out and let me know. Now, without further ado, Duke, tell us what happened last session.
All right. We started the last session off with getting assigned a new task to retrieve the crystal ball that was assigned to us by Vermissimo, the mage of the town. We had a couple of leads to finding where we might get a crystal ball. One of which was owned by one of the I believe one of the gambling members, or a member of the what was it, the Iron, I forget the name of them already.
The Iron Fist.
Yes, there you go. The Iron Fist. One of the
Iron Brand. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. There we go. One of the underground societies, and we found a lead to get to them. We started off by searching around for shops in the local district that might have some associations with those kinds of people. We were able to deduce further down that they were at the God damn it, I'm really blanking out. The something den. Labyrinth Den. The Labyrinth Den. That's what it was. We went over there, and we tried to figure out a way to get in there. Okay, I'm gonna have to stop doing the voice because I really don't remember what happened last week. We had to get in there, and we got stopped. Okay, Kat and Damson were able to get inside. I remember that. And then when it came to Stylax, Duke, myself, and Ada, we were not able to get in because I believe Stylax. Well, we had to turn in our weapons. That's what it was. We had to turn in our weapons, and Stylax couldn't turn in his weapon because he was cursed by his spear, and he wasn't able to let it go. And because he wasn't able to let it go, we had to fight the person at the door. And conflict arose because of that. They ended up having to try to pull some warning lever, and then we were able to stop them. We subdued them, and but we couldn't get inside. We couldn't figure out how to get inside because the door was locked. However, in the meantime, both Damson and Kat were able to get inside, though. I believe they did some gambling around, and they were able to sniff out our target who had the crystal ball. And I believe they played a few rounds. I think they won some money, and then at that point, I think back at our group with Stylax, myself, and Ada, we decided that the best course of action was to pull their lever system that would warn them to try to open the door, and then play it from there, and try to get inside and grab the crystal ball. I believe once we did that, though, we did pull the lever. The person we were looking for was actually like the first person to come out, and I think after a bit of tussling with that group and some display of magic from Danson and a little good sleight of hand skills from Kat, we were able to get the crystal ball. Damson was able to use magic to like fear everybody out of the place, and Stylax was able to smash in the guys.
Mission accomplished.
Yes, that. Sorry, that was a struggle for me, guys.
You're
Sorry about
good.
Oh, you got most of it
Yeah.
right.
Oh, and Ada managed to put the blame on the Shadowed Veil.
Oh yes, that is very important.
Yes.
Yes, very well. Well, fairly well.
Yeah.
I believe you hit a 15 on it? 16?
No, I think it was higher. I think it was over 20, if I don't recall correctly.
The pile of blood that you've affixed by the side of him?
She got a 24.
Oh, that's right. Yep. I
Okay.
just
then.
scrolled up.
Well then, everybody. You've just kicked the dick in of this Akram Fingers, who is a renowned leader amongst the Iron Brand. As many of the staff had run away in fear, Damson and Cat, you are both fully aware that that running is not going to be permanent. They're going to figure out what you guys did, and they're probably going to come back with a vengeance.
Well, with that, then I will give Damson the nod of understanding of we shall use the most greatest plan to our advantage. Running away. Of
I
course,
think
letting the
it's-
others know as well of run, they're gonna come back.
I'm gonna turn to everyone as well, just to, well, regardless of what Kat's thinking, just we should probably get going. It's yeah, we can't stay here too long.
Hey. Yes, Miss Ada. Mission accomplished. We can head back now.
Dude
That was
does
fine.
not retreat, but I can go in the opposite direction.
We're not retreating. Where?
Oh, it's tactical advisement for medical reasons.
It's whatever you want to call it.
It's not a retreat, is it?
No. It's not a retreat at all. It's everyone. We split up, go separate ways, and we meet up at the tavern.
Right. Mission accomplished.
And
Yes.
as everybody heads their separate ways. I was just listening to that song earlier. It's so good. You all managed to meet back up at the tavern in just a little bit of time. Each of you sitting around, and Cat playing with a new massive orb, way bigger than their head on the table. As cats usually play with things.
I'm gonna take the orb off the table.
Yes,
Store it securely into a bag.
Thank you.
Glaring at Cat.
It's
Why
not
are
a
you
toy.
glaring at me? I was the one who got it.
Right, so
You
it's
too.
probably a good idea not to break it and push it off the table right away.
Why would I break this one? This one's not mine.
Good job, Cat, in getting that. Again, it's not a toy.
Yeah, I know. I'm probably older than you, but thank you.
Right. So, everyone is back? We didn't lose anyone to some stray assassin or something, right?
Damson seems to not have found their way back yet, but they will.
Right. Well, let's give it like a half an hour before we start worrying, I suppose.
Yes, Miss Ada. Might be a good time to have some food. There's nothing like food after enjoying life.
That was a fun encounter, I will say. Didn't go entirely as planned, but no plan ever does, you know? It goes
Yes.
well until someone punches you in the face, or punches the plan in the face.
You guys didn't come in at all. We were just waiting and waiting and waiting. And waiting and waiting. Damson kept on winning and winning and winning. Ah!
Well, we wanted to give you enough time to be successful in your gambling endeavors. But there was a bit of a kerfuffle at the entrance, but I think we all sorted it out fairly well.
I mean, yeah. If anything, I think it went our way.
Right.
I mean, by sorting it out, we initially solved the situation, but it does seem that a comrade of ours might be in a bit of peril. They seem to be having a certain obsession with their weapon, and they can't let it go. As I look over at Stylax.
Perhaps, Stylax, if you wouldn't mind, maybe we could ask Vermissimo about if you have some not natural attachment to your spear.
I am sitting here, you know.
Yes?
Yes, you are, and I give Cat a little scritch. Yes, this spear.
So good.
I'm
That's
so
good.
sorry.
Oh.
No, I respect it. I respect it.
Yes, this spear has me slightly concerned. I do really enjoy having it, but I could not let anyone else touch it out of a deep fear, but I don't trust that fear. So, yes, we should have Vermissimo look at it. Duke, are you hungry, thirsty? Miss Ada, I'll go get us some food and drinks.
Yes, I would love something to snack on, perhaps.
Fantastic. And I'll head up to the bar and just order some food and drinks from the
All
bar
right.
person and have them come over. And I've got my spear on me, obviously.
Yeah. As most people in this place do have their weapons on them at all times. I mean, you paid for that weapon. Why wouldn't you have it on?
Yeah, it's nice. It's gorgeous.
It's expensive. It's
Got
like
that
leaving your laptop.
inlay. That's right. It's got that beautiful inlay that almost looks like it's blood in there or something.
Almost.
So you grab some drinks for everybody. While Stylax is away, is there any discussion you guys are going to have?
Let's see how we could have done this better. If we retrospect a little bit in there. So, when things go to shit, because eventually it does. What could we have done better?
Cat raises their paw. Oh, I know. Getting in first and foremost, you could have done that.
Other ideas, Duke Stylax?
I'll come. I'm not at the table. I'm still getting the food and drink.
Yeah.
I would say we could have done better, but to be honest, that went quite well, actually. It's hard to pinpoint any exact moments where we could have been really more proficient. I mean, yes, it didn't go as planned, but with the stroke of luck, it kind of went more our way than not. No.
Right.
I'm with Duke here, not knowing what we were all going to do, and clearly you said there was a hiccup on your end. In the end, we were able to meet up as a group, and without even saying anything, we just understood.
Well, I suppose we will have cause for having this discussion again at some point, but I'm fairly satisfied with what we did. We should probably lay low for a little bit.
Yes. If anything, I can send my familiar with the letter and message to the glassblower, so we don't have to go in public.
Right. Well, I'm just on that note. I'm thinking he might actually be, well, the weak link in this plan. Because if there was cause for stealing the crystal ball and kicking that guy in the balls, they would probably think there was someone who wanted some, vengeance. So, our friend Mr. Dwarf glassblower might be. But if they want to find out who did it, maybe they will go check with him. Maybe we should keep an eye on him.
If you want to do that, sure. Or we could just off him.
No, I shouldn't.
But if we do that, we do have to cut the tongue off.
Right. Well, let's not go that direction just yet.
Oh, okay. So we just watch and treat him as an ally. If he does croak, then we crack him. Like glass.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, he's if he proves to be a liability to our safeties, and but I mean, it's good to have some allies as well in town, you know. So if we, because we are new here, and if he has the opportunity or ability to give us a good word with his merchant colleagues, maybe then would be a good.
Investment. I can see that.
Right, we need to think
'Cause
long term as well, you know, because we don't know exactly how long we will be here. But, well, not too long term. I mean, we're not talking of being here for years, but maybe a few weeks.
Yes, because aren't we still waiting for your fiance?
Yes, I suppose we are.
That's gonna be fun.
And
How do you
yes,
feel on that? Like, are you having second thoughts?
Well, no, I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to solve it, you know.
No,
Maybe
that's fair.
there are.
Because he doesn't sound like a bad guy.
No, not necessarily, but well, his family seems to be a bit powerful and influential, so it has to be handled delicately.
The real question is his father still alive, and is he looking for a new wife?
Well, in any case, when my fiance eventually has an accident or something of the sort, I will have to make sure I don't become the property of his brother or whatever these savage marriage customs here are.
I actually did forget about that part, that you become property of a different. Oh, this land, fantastic and amusing.
Well, anyway, I'll be right back.
What about you, Duke? Do you have a love interest? Is there a goal you're trying to sort for?
I have not. I have never been touched by a woman in my entire life.
He says
So you've
with
only been touched
gusto
by
and
men.
joy.
Sorry, what was that, Cap?
Sorry.
So you've only been touched by men?
I mean, I guess so. Now that I think about it, yes.
Because, you know, training, exercise, because you seem to have like a big build, which is fantastic.
No, I'm glad you. Well, I guess it might be big for someone like you, Cap, but I believe my build is actually just quite average, maybe a little bit below.
Oh, really? Must be just my perception of you. It's so much bigger from down here.
Yes, I would imagine so from a creature your size. But you are quite elegant for being able to move so lively and such. It is an advantage.
Yes. Well, when you find that, looking down at their paws as they just shape through, you know, outer self, one's own appearance is only what one thinks about. So if you don't really care on the outside, then you can truly be anything you want to be.
This is the way, Duke says with a smile.
Cat
And,
turns into like a little dwarf duke. This is the way.
Around this time, Stylax will come back with the drinks and sliders or sandwiches, whichever Joey
Sure.
puts down a plate of. Maybe it's both sliders and sandwiches, and drinks. There you go. Here you go, Duke. Miss Ada. Cat.
Yeah, thank you, Stylax.
Thank you, Starlax.
You look like a mini Duke.
Yes.
'Cause he-
Did you use Alter Self to turn into Duke?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Looks good on you. I like it. You should keep it that way.
Sadly, because of height, I can't match his own like this. But later, I can alter size.
Maybe you
Yes.
could pretend like you're his son or something.
Yes, look at my marvelous beard, father.
I'm 1/3 dwarf. That's why they call it dwarf-ish.
Nice.
Stylax gets a slightly puzzled look on his face when Miss Ada mentions that.
Well, I was obviously getting rid of the beard, you idiot.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
all right. Yeah, go on.
Duke, what's on the agenda for this evening? I would love to hear more about the way.
I'm glad you say so. Well, if you wish to learn more, I could definitely tell you a bit. It's, well, I believe I given the general concept of it, but it's more about feeling what the call of the world is telling you, and you must listen to it from the depths of your heart, and it will teach you which direction you are to head to when you're feeling lost and in doubt. This is the way. Everybody can feel this.
Good words.
So the way is subjective?
You can interpret it however you wish, my comrade.
Duke here has been kind enough to give me a sentence or two about the way every evening. It's been nice, comforting.
But it doesn't have like a specific set of concrete rules or tenets you need to follow.
I believe the main tenet of the way is to always listen to what is deep within your heart and what it is telling you. That is the only principle of it. And with it, you'll be able to achieve such magnificent skills and abilities such as this. This is towards the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I will flood out my magnificent spectral wings from my back.
That's amazing.
Everyone keeps getting wings. Why don't I?
Cat's eyes just go big and they start pouring out the spectral rings.
That's the way.
Yes, this is the way. And it will be able to, and the more deeper you reach into it, the more you'll be able to feel it. And I will also start using my psionic abilities to start like lifting up my cup and drinking it from using my mind instead of my hands.
That is the way.
Big brain moment.
Not just disconcerting. It's impressive too, but how do you do that? Because I didn't see you do one of those like spells like the mages.
No, there is a difference. Believe me, there is a difference between spellcraft and the way. The way lets you tap into that inner wellspring of your own energy.
This is probably how I was able to fly that day. I must have tapped into the way.
I believe that is the case as well. Stylax is a quick learner. You have a calm and still mind I don't find in many others. It is quite impressive, I must say.
Thank you. And Stylax puffs up his chest just a little bit and looks proud as if someone he admires had just given him a compliment.
I mean, with that being said, I believe all of our comrades here have impressive feats and abilities that I've seen. Cat, obviously, you are a magical creature of major potence and power. Same with Damson. I've never seen such an elegant creature with magnificent wings as such. And Ada, you definitely have more than you lead on. You claim to be a calm and loving noble, but you are very hidden and well established as a professional killers, at least amongst our ranks.
How about we? No, I'm not. I'm a doctor, you know. I know where to.
Nonsense! I must understand. How did you come about these killing skills?
It's all about knowing where to strike. Right. I don't know. Maybe it's just intuitive.
Can I use insight for that?
That's
Sure.
up to you. Okay.
Ah, nice.
Just get my sheet out.
Welcome back.
Thank you, thank you.
11.
That would not yield much at all.
She is a very good doctor, Miss Ada. She is one of the best I've ever met and worked with.
I thought she was a nurse.
I can be a nurse as well, but I have a doctorate.
You doctored your nurse certificate?
No, Miss Ada does both.
Yes, I mean, if you are a doctor, you can also be a nurse, but you cannot be a doctor if you only are a nurse, sort of, only being...
So we should get you an outfit that is half and half a doctor and half of nurse?
No.
There's just a grin on Cat's face.
I think we might need some sort of specialist for your condition at least.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So, what should we do if Vermissimo doesn't have an answer with this? Well, maybe the spear. Maybe it's actually part of my past, and that's why I don't want to give it up. And maybe I'm meant to have it. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe it's something good.
That spear there? Pointing to it.
Yes.
Well, I mean, it has a shine on it.
It's very shiny. It's very nice.
No,
When
like magical.
Hmm.
Like, do you know of its properties?
I just know it's an excellent quality spear, and I'm starting to wonder if it's from my past. Like, maybe I'm meant to have it. Maybe it's a gift from the gods.
I wouldn't go that far. They're not that nice.
But to answer your questions, Alex, I was thinking about the same earlier, actually. Because if Vermissimo's little plan doesn't work, it seems to me that if we are doing things that, well, we might not remember doing them before, but if we do things that we have memories, suppressed memories of doing, and we do them, it will trigger a sort of remembrance. So I think...
Maybe we should... Oh, go ahead.
No, well, apart from that, there could be various herbs and medicinal remedies that we could look into. I don't... I'm not sure.
I do believe there is some fruition in the former of what you had to say, Ada. As we were walking through the Obsidian archives earlier, for example, I was able to recall memories that came from my past by walking through the library because I have been there before. So there is some merit to what you are saying there, Ada.
Right.
I have an idea. Maybe we need to go back to where we're staying at. And Cat, with your permission, maybe I impale Cat with a spear and see if any memories come back. And Miss Ada, you can heal up Cat.
Oh, I was thinking dissecting the corpse, but okay.
Gosh, you guys.
No, I'm good for it. Aim here, and they make like a cross pattern in their fur that sticks. Right here, you can do it. Throw it.
Yeah, but we should probably not do it here in the tavern, though.
Well, you have
Oh.
at least like 6 lives left or something, right, Cat?
Oh no, I got more than that.
Oh, okay. So we could do it many times.
I mean, yeah, but you don't like the consequence that comes afterwards.
Of you being alive again, you mean?
I mean, I don't take the consequences. They happen around me.
So, can you elaborate on this?
You will find out. It's okay.
But that's only if someone... Right? If they end your...
Or pure boredom.
So if I just give you like a single hit and not completed the... It'd be okay?
Well, no, because, I mean, I could just give up my own life, you know, like, they're just going to, like, flop on the ground.
But I'm not following here. So if you die, you're saying that everyone around you will be cursed or something?
Oh, no, their head sticks up. Not cursed. That'd be silly.
But so what?
Oh, well, I am unable to actually tell you of the what.
No, well, whatever it might be, I don't think it triggers from unconsciousness, because we have seen Cat fall down, but nothing has happened from that.
That is true, and we've seen Cat get hit before.
So whatever this effect must be, it must come from the ending of your life. Or one of your
Maybe.
lives. We're just curious to know how you are aware of what happens after you fall unconscious. But that is another story.
Hmm. Yes, maybe we should. Well, order of operations. Speak with Vermissimo. I wonder if I should. Maybe memories will come back first. I don't know. Anyway, enough of this nonsense. Let's talk about fun things. That was amazing earlier, wasn't it? It was so much fun.
Right. Yes, it was interesting. And
I will look around. How filled up is the tavern?
Oh, it's a good number of people, but like it's all booths, so there's privacy.
Right, and I'm sure there's noisy and stuff.
Yeah.
And the way, Maseda, you took out one strike, it was amazing.
yes, well, it's let's not speak too highly of that.
Yes.
I mean, too loudly. You can speak highly of it if you would, but not out loud. But yes, it actually did remind me a little bit of having been in some sort of similar situation before that I couldn't remember until now, but well, until earlier.
When I dream, which is rare because I don't sleep, I see glimpse of stuff that isn't me but feels like me. Is that what you're talking about?
No. I'm thinking about like if there is something say from your childhood or something that you can't really remember, but then, for example, you might be exposed to a certain smell or something that triggers that memory, even if you as an adult person has forgotten the memory.
Oh, yes, I do that a lot with prestidigitation. I like to make smells of my past to calm me down.
But well, sure, yes, but what if there was a smell that you didn't know you had a such a connection to that would trigger some memories you don't know you have? That is the idea.
Oh.
But
That is quite possible.
right, but Kat, let me tell me more about this condition. You say you don't sleep,
Oh, yeah, I don't need to sleep.
right? Well, it could certainly explain a few things, because well, you know, sleeping is a way for our mind, our brain to like process, to get rest so it functions properly. I would advise having at least 7 hours of sleep every night.
Why?
That's it.
I love how Ada thinks Cat's mental issues are non-sleep, or that Cat has mental issues, and it's because Cat isn't sleeping. Love it.
But there are also creatures that don't require sleep, such as maybe there's you have some elven in your blood or something like that.
You're
I
elvish.
can't tell you about that. What I can say is I do remember a time where people attempt to like put me to sleep, but doesn't work.
So you say you can't talk about it. Why?
Just can't. Like I think about it all the time, but
But
no words, no come out of mouth.
you try to say it, but you can't.
Yeah, it makes me say other things like hippopotamus.
Right. So perhaps it's some sort of like obsessive compulsive disorder. That's just interesting. Could you try try saying it, whatever you feel like saying about the matter,
Okay, okay.
and I will look for small clues on your face.
Jingles, bangles, bingos, bongos, tingle, changles, chongles, tindles.
Right. Now, was that something you actually wanted to say? Because that.
No,
Okay.
that
Just
is
making-
absolutely embarrassing.
Right. Just trying to make sure. Need like a baseline reference, you know, for.
I'm insight checking Cat if that's okay. Cat, is that
They're
okay
not
with you?
lying.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Then
Cool.
they don't seem to be lying.
So you can't say what you really think about
Hippopotamus.
something, and you can't say what you. Or you can't discuss the matter of not being able to say those things.
Mm-hmm.
Is this like some sort of self-imposed restriction?
No.
Sounds like you struck a terrible deal with someone then.
No.
So it's not self-imposed. So maybe you are cursed somehow.
But granted, some words that come out isn't me, so maybe the no is a yes and the yes is a no, but you won't ever know. Or maybe that's a yes. I didn't want to say that.
We should just put the cat back in the bag.
Agreed.
Figuratively or literally, as I look over at Ada in a bag. in my hand.
Yes.
Can I insight check? No, I don't need to. I know. And then just so Fletish knows, insight checks are considered PvP.
Yes. Yeah. And you have to consent to PvP with the player, not the DM, the player, before you engage in it.
So if Kat had said no, then I would just have to assume one way or the other as the character.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys drink. You eat food. Are you ready to go to Vermissimo?
I think so. Are we going tonight?
Yes.
Or in the morning?
Damson came back as well.
Yes, Damson came back. Sorry. Damson, when everybody fled the scene of the crime, you went back in and tried winning some more, but broke even and then left and came back.
Like a true addict.
Yep.
I had to cash in my coins. Or
Yeah.
shit.
Everyone run! Money.
Let's see, that was six red, 10 blue, 24 yellow.
Dragon's
That-
after her own heart.
But yes.
Gold.
All of you eat. You had the plan to go see Vermissimo.
Yep.
All right. You all get over to the library, and when you get there, you are not invited upstairs, but instead you are just with his assistant, Caitlin, downstairs. However, this time you do see that there is a raven sitting next to Callan. Cavo. Damn. I was close on that one.
Just think of like Habbo Hotel.
Yeah, that's not going to help me. But he sits there, looks at all of you. Hello. So, did you complete your mission?
Yes.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. I will take it up there to my master.
Do you know what's funny? He's been searching for how long for one of these? And it's taking us less than 12 hours. How about that, son?
I mean, he started looking for one when you guys came and said you were looking for it. So I guess he found it a little bit later than you guys did?
Right. Well, it's not a competition. We are working together, so.
Agreed. Here, he'll walk over. May I?
Sure.
He'll take it, start examining it. Yep, that looks good enough. He puts it into a bag, reaches behind him, takes out a coin purse, and drops it heavily on the table in front of you all. There's your payment for it. I'll be right back with your next instructions.
So that's 1,000 gold.
Yep.
I would like to recommend that we split it 6 ways. The reason why I say 6, each one of us gets a fifth or 1/6 of it, and then the other 6 goes to shared funds.
I'm fine with that.
Oh, that was not all of our haul today, as I will take out some additional gold. Hold on. So that was minus 35, which means that's 100. And give me 1 second. I gotta do a little bit of math.
Don't condense the coin. The coin is the coin.
So it's 100 and wait.
All the copper I forgot about.
Yeah, it's a lot of copper.
I'm looking at it right now. It's
127 copper, 71 silver pieces, and I think nine gold or something like that.
yeah. It's. I'm looking at it in the chat. It says 124 copper, 64 silver, and 10 gold.
Okay, I was close. I was close.
So, yeah.
Yeah. We are not condensing. You got coin that is coin.
Yeah. Let's just put that in the party list.
All right. Do you guys
Well,
have a
I-
bag of holding yet for that, or?
Could use some silver and some copper.
I'll just.
We do not.
Yeah. So we can still even that we can divide. It's just take the number and divide it by 6.
Yeah, none of you are rich enough that silver and copper aren't useful.
I need some money.
Ada only tips in copper, so.
So for the 1,000 gold, 166 gold for everyone, and 170 for the party loot.
Sounds good to me.
Inventory.
Is anyone editing that right now?
I'm not in there.
You are.
I was, but I'm not editing it right now.
Okay, I'm going to open it up
You are now
and
editing.
edit.
Yes. Then the crow
Oh,
looks at
yes.
you all. Hello, all of you. Job well done, I have to say. It's quite impressive. Though I will point out that you may have drawn quite a bit of attention towards yourselves with the task that you are committed to. Remember, we are of no association with one another as far as anybody needs to know, right? You
Right.
can reply to this crow. What'd you say, Kat?
Who are you?
I'm Vermissimo. I'm upstairs, but I'm speaking to you through the crow. I figured some face would be better for you all to talk to than just an omnipotent voice, you know? Or omnipresent voice.
Wait, so you wasn't actually there before?
Oh, I was there before, but we can't be face-to-face anymore, in case he has an orb,
Oh,
which
fair.
supposedly he may, based off of your analysis. We don't want him to know that I'm on your side.
Fair.
So yes, you got your payment made in full. I hope it works for you. I'm going to begin my process of tracking after him. So if any of you all have anything you wish to do in town while I try to glean some information, that would be great. Also, if any of you have knowledge of a seasoned tracker, perhaps, that would also help us out quite a lot.
I could always ask one of my cats.
I don't know if you're serious. A seasoned tracker.
Yeah,
Not like-
cats. Cats track. They hunt.
Right. Or something more bipedal. That would work. Yes.
I kind of whisper and lean over to Miss Ada. Miss Ada, you want to ask about this spear?
Why are you whispering? What did you say?
It's not a problem. It's we have discovered that my friend's spear is magical of some variety, and we were wondering if maybe you could take a look at it to see if you can figure out what sort of magic it is. He seems to have grown extremely attached to it.
Are you asking me, a major mage, to take the time to identify a magic item for you?
Yes, but it can't leave my hands.
Oh, well then absolutely not. I will not do that. I'll send Cavo down.
Okay.
We actually have a few that need to be looked at.
Yes. We'll tip the good boy whatever you want. He does work off of an internship, so yes.
That's rough, buddy.
It's typical for all mages to start as interns to their master. You get paid in experience.
As you get
Do
4,000
that,
gold in debt.
You get free experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, he goes from level 1 to 5, and then good luck.
Yeah.
So, Vermissimo, you now that you have the crystal ball, is there anything else you need from us?
Off the top of my head, no. But if you ever come across incense dust, holy fuck. Yeah. If you ever come across that or
You almost
gemstone
went the wrong
dust,
direction.
yeah, wrong mage. Or
That's the-
gemstone dust of any quantities, I would be very, very, very thankful to have those.
Right. Well, incense is probably easy to find at church.
Well, it needs to be very high quality incense. And this territory has good quality, but most of the other stuff is very, very rare. You can't find it very easily in these parts.
Well, I do have one vial of medical incense. Or we have one in our wagon.
We will be on the lookout. Forgive my speaking out. You mentioned finding a tracker, knowledgeable one. Any recommendations on where we should begin our search?
Nope. And I'm going to start scrying now. So, Cavo will come downstairs. Yes, what is it?
How long do you need before you think you will have
As long
the
as it
location?
takes. I mean, he could succeed on the spell the first time I cast it in the day, and then I'm not able to cast it upon him again for another day. And then I'll just keep trying and trying until I can glean some information. And as soon as I have enough to piece together a description of the territory he's around, then I'll be able to alert you all and let you know that I have the information and we can begin tracking.
All right.
This is a slow process. It's not as easy as, boop, I know, haha, and then go, you know?
Right, sure. I'm not well versed in magic or.
Oh,
All right. Well, I suppose
I know
we
all
will
of you are magically inept. It's fine.
Not correcting him on that.
Oh no, he said what he said. He knows. He's a major mage. They're arrogant as shit.
I mean, hey, all the magic casts around him so far has been subtle.
Yep.
All right. Well, we will speak with you when the time is right. Then I suppose.
So I do have a question for Misia.
Oh my goodness, yes.
You've said before that there's other mages, at least of some similar skills to yourself. What's stopping him from doing the exact same thing that you're doing?
Oh, he may, and that is why we are taking the precaution of I am nowhere near you. We are never talking to one another, and we're not associated.
Sure.
He's more than capable of looking upon me. Other than the fact that I started casting a spell this morning, after our conversation, that will stop him from looking at me. But he's more than likely going to be watching all of you, if he does have a crystal ball, which is why we are never going to be in the same room together until we need to.
Is there some sort of precaution we can take?
Yes. Do any of you possess the ability to comprehend the spell that makes it so that the weave of magic cannot easily define your location or surmise your appearance?
Look at Damson and Cat.
Do I have any idea
Arcana
what he's talking
checked.
about?
Arcana to even know what the fuck he just said.
Out of character, it's I think at least a 4th level spell you need.
Yep.
Damson, maybe? Cat, you definitely could do that, but you don't want to.
Mm-hmm. Shrugs.
I'm not in the game to hide.
Well, as you say, we are magically inept, and I can't help but agree. So we should probably get going then.
Well, Cavo is coming to you all. Goodbye. And the crow just the raven just flies away. Which one has mimicry? I believe it's crow.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, it's the Raven.
Yeah, raven does. Okay. Cavo comes downstairs. Oh, you all would like me to identify some items for you?
Yes, please.
Yes.
I will bring out the spice pouch, the golden necklace from the tomb that was necrotic in nature. I know, very very specific.
Type it
And
out.
then
Type it out. I'll remember them one at a time, but as soon as my brain moves on, I'll forget it. You know.
Yeah, we it's one of the first items we found in the game. It's a golden amulet that we have discerned that it's necromantic in nature,
Mhm.
but we don't know what it does.
This is like session
I
2, 1. I'm just trying to remember
yeah.
myself.
Spice pouch.
I think that was just like a spice pouch you're holding or something, but
It
just
was
for
from like the
spices.
troglodyte camp.
I was there for that session. That was like my introductory section. I remember that.
Yeah,
Yes.
because that was found at the barracks at the trog camp. I have that written down.
And
Yes.
of course the spear.
Okay. So he will identify the spice pouch first. Do. Roll 20, doing its things. Oh, this is quite a useful item. It was originally discovered by Heward, and it's Heward's handy spice pouch. It appears empty. However, it holds up to 10 uses. While holding the pouch, you can take an action, or magic action, in order to expend one charge, name any non-magical food seasoning, such as salt, pepper, saffron, cilantro, and remove a pinch of the desired seasoning from the pouch. A pinch is enough to season a single meal. And it regains some amount of its uses each day. Wow, a very good item. I mean, you could just use prestidigitation instead, but that's good too. So it's
Fair.
Heward's handy spice pouch.
Editing sheet.
Golden necklace of the tomb. Oh. Well, this is actually quite a unique item. I'm not sure if this was arcanely created. It seems to have some property instilled into it that gives you a advantage against undead. So, while attuned to the amulet, you have advantage on saving throws against undead. And undead of CR 1 or lower have disadvantage on attack rolls against you.
Nice.
That's actually very useful.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you have to come across like a horde of zombies.
Or a lich.
Yep. We're back where we were. Excuse my intrusion. I've got this wonderful and magnificent spear here. If you could
Yeah, just hand it over.
let me know.
Just hand it
I'm
over.
sure do it. I'm sure you can do it from there, and I will hold it out, but in my hands. And if he goes to grab it, my fingers probably just curl.
Okay. Let me identify. Oh.
And it's probably long enough now. Over time, you've noticed Stylax not as worried about it and more like digging it. Ba-dum. Ba-dum, ba-dum.
So, Stylax. He identifies the spear and kind of like recoils away from it a little bit. You don't feel do you feel weird at all when you use this?
I haven't actually used it except for in practice, and I did feel weird. We went to the casino type place, and they asked me to give up my weapon, and
Right.
I tried, but I didn't want them to touch it.
It is not strange for a warrior to be fond of his weapon, but it does seem that Stylax seems to have a rather obsessive determination towards this object.
Yeah, that's the So this spear has a unique property. Kind of I would say a not sinister probably, but more akin to playful quality to it. I mean, it is magically enhanced. It should hit more accurately and more efficiently than other weapons will. However, it also has an enchantment that the original enchanter put on it called of retrieving. Where here, let's he picks up a random book off the shelf. I'm gonna throw this. You should throw the spear at it.
Can I try to read what the title of the book is before he throws it?
Yeah, sure.
Are you sure your master
Perception.
will agree to books being thrown about? Yeah, books are precious.
Oh, it's fiction. Perception. It's the Hive of Gorgons, the race between stoning and death. All right, so whew, he throws it. Give me an attack roll.
21.
I should have mentioned at advantage.
Oh, well then, never mind. I'll just roll one more time and then we'll.
Yeah.
Do. 21.
Okay. Immediately, as he tosses the book in the air, you throw the spear, and you feel this like honing into that object as the spear goes flying and stabs into it. And then immediately, everybody sees Stylax focuses inwards and whoop, dashes to go pick up the spear quickly. So, you have advantage on range attack rolls with this spear, in addition to its +1 quality. Very nice. However, you must use whatever available actions you next have in order to go retrieve the spear after throwing it. So if you have a bonus action, you will key point bonus action get it. Your next turn, you will action go get it.
This is a magnificent spear.
Can I have the book if you don't want it?
Well, it belongs to the library. Do you have a library card?
No, but I believe
I can't.
Duke does.
Oh, Duke, do you have a library card?
Yes, I found it recently, and I'll proudly show my library card.
Here, he'll give you the Hive of Gorgons book, and it has a huge gap in the middle of the book from a spear that went all the way through it.
You sure we can? When I check this out, we better let them know that it was in this condition before it was handed to us.
Yeah. Okay.
But back onto this spear. You're saying that when Stylax throws it, he has a calling from this spear to go and retrieve it. That he must retrieve it.
Yes.
Well, that doesn't sound like. That sounds more like a burden than an advantage.
Well, it's still a good spear to use in like melee combat, right?
Oh.
Just so long as you don't throw it.
It does also require attunement in Stylax. You are attuned to it.
Yeah, I already tuned it. When we first got it, I attuned and I practiced with it and stuff.
Oh. Well, I mean, that's completely up to you. I think whoever put that enchantment on it had a devious mind. Because there was no need, like, whoever made that enchantment, like, they could have just made it an enchantment to make it better at throwing. But they added in the power that you feel compelled to go pick it up immediately.
It is... I mean, it's a great spear, but if... Let's say I go in to meet a king, and I need to leave the weapon behind.
Then leave it behind. Do you... Can you not put it down?
I can put it down as long as I know no one else is going to touch it.
Oh, well, I mean, just make sure that condition is met and you should be fine, right?
I think it has already proven to be a bit detrimental at times.
Stylax was forced to act out of character from his normal self because of it.
He was
Oh.
forced to? That doesn't sound like him.
Well, from my travels with him so far, this was out of character for him. He shouldn't have been a problem for someone like Stylax, but it clearly was.
Kak's gonna go and slowly attempt to touch the spear and watch Starlax's reaction.
I'll take a step back.
Oh yeah, I forgot I'm on this character. Let me take it off of. Oh, it's on automatic.
So, you don't feel any... Oh, I mean, that's up to you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep.
They're not trying to like sneak on, so you can literally just see them just.
Yep.
Then they touch it. They don't look malicious, just to see what happens if you have the reaction to pull it away.
I'll tell you my funny thought in a minute.
Hey, Starlax,
Yes, cat.
can you pet me, please?
When he touches the spear, is there an urge to move it away? I mean, I'm holding on to it, but is there an urge to move it so he can't touch it, or is it okay for him to touch it?
No, somebody else touching it is perfectly fine so long as you don't believe they're trying to take it from you. The moment somebody is trying to take it from you, though, you feel compelled to keep this in your possession by any means necessary.
Yep.
Think of yourself as a toddler holding onto a steak knife. Nobody wants you to have it, but you're not giving that thing up.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Perfect. The reason why I laughed earlier is because as Kat was touching it, I pictured when I was, I don't know, 7 or 8 years old, someone had like a gerbil or something, and I reached into my friend's gerbil to touch it, and I bit the corner of my thumb, and I went, ow, like that, and it like flew across the room, smacked in the wall.
The gerbil?
Yeah. But it's 'cause
Aw.
it bit me and I went, ow, like that. I wasn't trying to throw it, but it had like bit onto my thumb and like attached until I went like that, and then it like didn't have the
That-
strength to hold on.
Poor gerbil.
So I was picturing Cat like touching the spear and me.
Boom, halfway across the.
Yank. um
Well, I identified all of that for you. Now, by no means do you have to feel compelled to grant me any payment for this job that I've done, but if you do feel the need to want to compensate me for the hard work and my years of learning that it took me to cast this spell and labor, I would be more than happy to
I'll
receive.
give him 4 gold.
Whoa, that's more money than I've ever had in my life.
I add another gold, so it's 5.
What? Guy, he'll take 1, please. I don't wish to become greedy.
No,
Thank
you
you.
have to help
It's
me.
less. You helped us a lot. This will help you help us. So please take it. You've earned it.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, I was once an intern of the way. I know the pain. Now hand him 10 gold.
Oh, I need persuasion from Cat with advantage.
Yeah. Persuasion.
I'm starting to realize why we never had much money before.
I out of character, like Duke just feels for this guy because he's definitely been like an intern at the way. So
Oh, only a 12. He'll take 1 more coin from you. So 1 from Cat and 1 from Damson. This is more. Thank you. But I believe that modesty is something that people need to have in order to still want to strive for greatness and growth. He'll stash it, tucking it, patting it, make sure it's like stuck to the inside of his robes. Okay.
excellent mindset. This is the way.
Have you had to get a loan to afford to eat?
With this amount of money, I'll be able to eat for a year.
Also,
Okay.
remember to keep up some physical exercise as well.
What?
If you eat too much, you get fat.
Oh no, I won't gorge myself. I try to make sure that I am very average.
Right. Well, I was curious because, well, if it turns out that this bear is cursed or whatever, is there some way we could break it so that Stylax will not be so attached to it?
Yes, a remove curse spell would be capable of doing that.
Can you do that?
Did he say remove curse?
Well, if it is cursed, there's a spell. I'm not being condescending towards all of you in case you were worried about that, but there is a spell called remove curse. That is, I could learn it. Eventually I will be capable of knowing this spell. As of now, I don't think I possess that ability. However, I can see if my master will start teaching me it, but I haven't got into that level yet.
So the spear is cursed.
No, she said if it is cursed, is there a way to stop it? And I told her you could do that to make it not like that. I don't know if it's cursed. Identify doesn't tell you if a spell is cursed or not. You just have to infer.
But if the object can be remedied by a spell called remove curse, that would mean the object is cursed.
If the object is cursed, you can remove curse to remove that curse. If the object is not cursed, remove curse probably won't work on it. I don't know the spell, so I can't give you more specifics than that.
Question:
Yeah?
It's all hypothetical then.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, question.
Would dispel magic do the same thing?
No.
Why not?
If it is not a curse, dispel magic would dispel the magic. Curses are a more potent form of magic in itself. That has a very specific quality to it, to why dispel magic doesn't work on things that require a remove curse to remove them. Certain mages put in ways that they craft spells in this manner, so that you can't easily just dispel it through brute force. Remove curse is you guys will understand this. Remove curse is like threading a needle through fabric. And dispel magic is like ripping the fabric apart. Sometimes you need a little needle.
But wouldn't just ripping it in half just end it anyways?
It would
No,
also destroy
because-
the object altogether, possibly, if it is capable of doing that.
Because some curses, could be transferred, so once you hold said object, you are now cursed. You can't dispel yourself because the curse is not a spell. It's a curse.
Also, out of character in the new DMG, cursed objects require remove curse specifically and stipulate it inside of the cursed objects. That is what is specifically needed to remove it. So dispel magic works on magic in general, but remove curse is required for cursed objects now.
Otherwise,
Because
there'd be no
warlocks
reason.
have some new curses.
Yeah. As it should be. Also, remove curse is now a 3rd level spell. I believe it used to be 2nd.
Yes, I
anyways.
have it.
No, it's always been third.
It's always been 3rd?
Yeah.
No one's ever cast it in my games.
Because there's this spell magic.
I think it's as Uric was. But yeah.
When you were like level 14, we don't care about what level a spell is when you're 14. You're just like, I don't know, it's not my highest. Like,
All right. Well, anyway, I suppose we will see if maybe we can find out if it is cursed on. And I mean, if there is someone who knows how to cast it, it won't adversely affect Stylex if it turns out not to be cursed, right?
correct. Yeah, the spell is not harmful to individuals unless they are, created out of a curse.
Look at Cat. But all right. Well, before we go, do you know if there is a place where we can find a good tracker or wilderness guide?
Yeah, perhaps that guy who was here earlier today looking for all of you. Beowulf?
Oh, right.
Maybe?
Huh,
He
he
said
was here.
something about a squatter in a house. I don't know.
All right. Well, I suppose he will probably go to the tavern when it isn't. Right.
Out of
Mm,
character.
that's good.
Guys, this new player's been sitting here the whole fucking time.
I know. I'm trying to. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you're trying, but come on.
All right. Well, let's go find Beowulf and what's the other guy's name again?
I know a guy who cut off 20 fingers and became a curse. I don't get it. Anyways,
JJK reference.
I don't think I'm that deep into JJK. I love Toto. He just, but you know that's it. So
Yeah.
you guys leave finally. As you go outside and head back over towards the tavern, you see Beowulf is waiting there, impatiently as he runs over to you. Oh, my lady, I am very sorry to inform you. I have reason to believe that your estate currently has a squatter in it.
Okay. So you have been there, or what?
Yes, I went there, I did a full sweep of it. However, there are clear-cut signs of intrusions from somebody else. I don't know how. The front door is locked. All of the other doors are locked as well. But they have found a way to move in. It just, you know, when you can sense warmth on a bed of someone who has slept in it.
I think I understand. Yes. So is all the paperwork is in order now, and we have access to it?
All of the paperwork is in order. We just need to get it finalized, and the wedding, of course, needs to be had. But you are able to go there this evening if you would like.
Right. Let's do that.
Now, it may not be safe given the fact that there is a squatter. We don't
Right,
know
well,
anything about these types of people. They can carry disease.
Sure. Yes. So, but I'm certain between the 7 of us, we could deal with the squatter.
Very well, ma'am. And he will bring you all over to your estate, which I will bring you all over to the map of right now. Keep in mind, if a door is locked, the door is in fact locked. However, you can explore around it as you see fit. But we are going to go on our break. Just don't glitch yourself through any walls. Okay? Be right back.
have like a nickname, Skittish Flittish.
Dish, you have a yin dish.
So, everyone, as you arrive at the manor, you look at its magnificent design. This place is also in the same build quality as all of the other noble estates around here. At one time, this location in Ket being a warring territory, everything needed to be fortified, everything needed to be a garrison, everything needed to be a castle. However, redesigned to be more of a hospitable home is a lovely feature to look at here. Beowulf will hand you the key, Ada, to allow you into the front door, where you can see the design that has already been basically set up for you. Go ahead and open up the front door. That's this one over here.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a window.
Yeah, isn't it this one?
That's a window.
Oh, yeah.
That's
But,
why you can see through it already.
I can't
Head
see
north.
any- Right, but I can't see like a door
Right there.
token or anything.
You can't see a door token right here?
I can see
Oh,
it. It's,
yeah,
it's right
there
there.
it is. Yeah, it
There it
just
is.
looked like it was part of the wall.
No, that's the door.
Yeah, never mind.
As soon as you open it up, you see this grand, basic living space in here. These various different tables set up, almost a little tavern-esque, but a bit more upscale. Everything is designed with high craftsmanship and consideration in mind. As you step in, Beowulf will begin describing the location. Now,
Just a question first. Am I supposed to have 10 feet of vision?
yes, because it's nighttime.
Oh, okay.
If you wish to change that, we have the icon, the tokens of the torches and such.
And did we get a short rest?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know why I'm hurt, but I'm looking hurt.
Yeah, if you want to pull out a lantern, feel free to pull out a lantern.
All right, Beowulf, so what can you tell me?
Here, I'll give you a lantern. Just make sure you bring it with you when you move. So, previous to your fiancés, I believe that is what your people call a fiancé.
Yes.
Previous to your fiancés' inquiry to this location, the last group that had ownership over it was an artisan guild that transformed it into a guild hall for them. However, they were not able to make their dues, and the guild decided to part ways from this territory. That was about 10 years ago. I took the time to get all of the furniture that they had left behind and fix it up, get it all clean, polished, and situated for you. He gestures around the room where it is immaculate. You can smell the fresh scent of vinegar and lemons that he used to scrub this place down. Remember, he went to go do this yesterday.
Right, well, I see you did a very good job here, Beowulf. Thank you very much.
Your appreciation is appreciated, but never needed. He beams proudly.
Duly noted. But what can you tell me about this guild? What sort of guild was it?
They were an artisans guild, or artists guild.
So, like, paintings?
Why are there cracks in the fucking wall? I put that there. It should be good. Yeah, you should not be able to see through that. I don't know. Painting, sculpting, all manners of different artist things. I'm unfamiliar with it, and I don't know why they thought a guild like that would ever yield money. It made no sense at all.
Did they have like a vault or a basement?
They did not have a basement in this territory. There's frequent flooding that occurs, and basements are not very well suited around here. There are additional floors upstairs, but I warned you all, before you explore too much and too far, there may be a squatter somewhere about. As you can see, he gestures over at one of the tables where you see that there is a mug sitting on it. Somebody drank water here.
We've been mugged.
Right. And they did not take the big mug or the small one, but the one in the middle that was just perfect.
I noted that as well. If you want to highlight what you say like that, you can do /me.
Yeah, EM. All right. Well, have you tried communicating to whoever might be squatting?
I have. I will demonstrate now. Whomever is squatting inside of this estate, alert yourself to me immediately.
Right. I suppose that is one way of doing it. It might seem a bit hostile.
I've
so
tried
I
everything.
Can you try in a less hostile way?
That was not hostile at all.
Right,
It was
let
assertive
me-
and dominant, but not hostile.
Right. Well, I agree, but let's try a different approach.
Right.
and
You
I'll
want
break-
softer tone. Dolby?
I will do it myself.
Hello? Oh, yes, okay. He'll just...
Hi, Dobby.
Hi.
So, whoever is here, if you could reveal yourself, I promise we will do you no harm. We simply want to, well, it is my house.
Ma'am, is this a promise you wish to keep? Very well. And he will draw his sword.
No, don't throw your... I was just considering, if
Call to battle as to pulls out his sword.
it depends on what sort of person appears, even if it is a person. If it's like some undead monstrosity, then you have my permission to kill it.
I will.
Destroy it, I suppose. But if it is an actual person, I would prefer being able to speak to this person first. Perhaps they have a reason for being here without simply squatting.
I mean, if the place has been, unoccupied for 10 years, the fact that they're only here drinking water not left at the place, why not? I don't see an issue with it.
It is a major issue inside of this territory. People who do not deserve the right to a home decide that they are going to move into them and just stay in them against all respect for
be
the
quiet.
ownership.
Oh.
Dialect suddenly gets a little in the corner of his face.
He serves a lord who owns many, many, many estates.
Can I hear all of what's going on from where I am?
Yeah. None of them are quiet. Just
Definitely not.
Then I will lightly, I'm assuming that this is a door that I'm standing by. I will lightly scratch on the door and give a soft meow.
All right, perception check, everybody.
I hear the cat, I'm pretty sure. Let's find out.
Let's hope so. You're the good one at this.
Okay. Phew.
Cat is like, my people.
Ooh, Ada. Nice.
Cat
Damn,
doesn't
son.
hear competition.
It's not loading, but I have a +1, so a 9.
Perfect. All right, Ada and Stylax, you heard that. It came from this room over here.
Now we'll head to the door and
I think
Open
I
it
heard
up.
Meowing?
Go ahead,
Did
open
you
it.
hear that as well, Stylax?
yes, I heard a scratch or something. I will step in.
Okay.
Actually, I'll just open the door first before I step in.
Oh, that is the designated dining hall. They would have ceremonies here for larger groups of individuals. Yes.
Besides do I see any living or moving creature? I should say moving. Do I see any living or moving creatures?
No, you don't. But what you do see is another door.
All right. Put my ear to the door.
You listen. You hear
Seven.
a little bit of purring.
I will open up the door.
Go ahead.
Dun, dun, dun.
You see what appears to be a stray cat.
The size of a Maine Coon.
Yes, if you would like to describe your cat.
She's an orange cat, but she is, like I said, she's the size of an adult Maine Coon. She's a pretty big cat. Very fluffy. And she will rub up against your legs when you open the door and step out.
Well, hello, little one. And I will reach down and attempt to give the cat a little scratch. I'll hold my hand out first for it to do what it needs to do, sniff, smell, and then I'll attempt to.
She'll
scratch it.
sniff your hand and then like rub against your legs, not really giving you time to pet or anything like that. You might be able to get a swipe in as she goes by, but she's going to rub against your legs and then go in the door.
Hang on, Stylex. This might be more of these idiot cat people.
No, it's just a. I sorry to disagree with you in this case, Maseda, but I'm sure it's just a harmless cat.
It is a stray cat. They could carry disease. We should check it and make sure it's all right, though.
Well, maybe we
Miss
should
Ada,
just
did we
get
ever
to
check
that.
Beowulf for a disease? Perhaps he needs a good checking.
Excuse me,
That's a-
sir. I am a
Uh,
dedicated
if you-
man.
If you guys could stop measuring your dicks, that would be very good. I'm sure it's not needed anyway.
There's never been a measurement.
Let's. All right. So Squatter seems to be a stray cat. That is fine. It's
Or-
a proper
Yeah,
cat, not just.
We should probably, Miss Ada, we should probably search the rest of the quarters. This squatter, I don't think could be. This is a cat. There was a drinking. Was it a mug? It was a mug, right?
It was a mug.
On the table. There was a mug on the table that someone was drinking out of, and I doubt a cat knows how to put liquid in there. This pet probably belongs to the squatter, or
I'll-
it could be a stray.
I'll lean down to the cat and check if it has a collar or some sort of.
She does not.
All right.
Despite the
Well,
picture, she does not.
Just have a collar, so it's. I'll try to pet the cat as well.
She'll rub against you.
He seems like a regular, normal cat, like what a cat should be like.
I want to check this door.
Go for it, Damson. Inside, you see that there appears to be a thicker wall and thicker door in order to stop prying eyes and ears from entering into this vicinity. You see what was once a fireplace made into now a large open window, a windowed door that you can open. Glass door. Strangest thing. Very lovely looking couch as well. By the smells in here, he definitely scrubbed this place down as well.
I'm also going to check this one back here, and I'm also going to throw up Detect Magic just in case.
Okay. You have Detect Magic up just in case.
They're not the cat.
Oh.
You
Did
haven't
that door
peed in,
not
like-
open?
Oh, that one? You try it. It doesn't open.
Where's your keys? There's a locked door over here.
Right, we will go through everything. I'm just. Let's deal with this cat first. You haven't peed on my carpet, have you?
The cat looks at you and then sneezes.
Robinson needs some food. And I will, I'm just going to look around and see if there's a kitchen nearby or something so I can get the
Oh yeah, there's a kitchen.
animals some food. Yeah.
It's furnished with basic accommodations inside of it.
I'll go in and I'll look to see if there's anything that I can feed the cat. Probably not because it's been 10 years, but maybe they stocked it. They probably didn't.
Oh,
And then in
Beowulf
the end-
stocked. Beowulf
Oh, did-
stocked.
okay.
Basic accommodations.
Oh, that's right. I'll get some. Try to find some. I don't even know what cats eat. I'll get some various.
I'll show you the kitchen over here, by the way. There you go.
Cool. Yeah, that's where I'm at. And I'm looking for something to eat. Some fruits or something to give to the cat.
I must admit, I
Hey.
prefer this one greatly. It doesn't talk back.
Smells better too.
Oh, hush.
Oh,
It was-
nice. I have a smart garden. Nice.
As there's 2 other cats in the room.
So yes, Cat, as you have now entered into this room, and Stray Cat, you see that there's this strange flying creature over here. Roll 20, don't fuck me. There we go. Strange flying creature that looks cat-esque. This purple-colored dragonborn. A man who seems to be wearing a lot of armor. A man who's wearing a lot less armor but looks militant in nature. And a cat sitting by the fireplace.
Assuming that this is a counter here,
Mhm.
she's gonna jump up on the counter and just kind of bathe herself while kind of keeping an eye on everybody.
Oh, it's a cat. When did that get there?
There is a stray cat who has made its way inside here. Hey, cat, do you know how to talk to other cats?
Technically, yes.
Well, I mean, speak with, not just to.
I said what I said.
So I can also talk to the cat. I just can't understand what.
Well, have you asked to understand it?
Ask. Who would I ask to understand it?
You asked the
Well,
cat
it's-
if you... Sorry.
No, go ahead. I was just clearing my throat. Sorry.
You asked the cat if you can, you wish to understand. Just go over to the cat and it's like, I would like to understand you. That's how it works for cat.
I'll turn around and roll my eyes and walk out. So, Beowulf, what is over in this room? Here?
Oh, over there, that door is, we have, there's certain doors that I haven't been able to, unlock. I will alert a locksmith to come out and check the place post-haste.
Right.
Oh, if I overhear that, I'm gonna go try and... Can I do a sleight of hand to try and unlock this door?
Do you have thieves' tools?
No, but I have claws.
Claws are not thieves' tools. There's a
Okay, like,
specific tool for the job.
hey, cat, there's a locked door over here. You want to try and get it open?
No.
Why don't you go? I'll talk to Beowulf. Why don't you go and check with the others to just make sure everything is okay?
Very well. I will watch them. Make sure they do not commit any crimes.
Right, fine. And as soon as he walks out, I'll pull out my thieves' tools and start trying to unlock this.
Go ahead. If you're
Around this-
proficient in sleight of hand, you have advantage.
Well, Miss Ada's doing that. Around this time, I'll come out with a little plate of food for the cat, and I will put it on the counter over here. You see, same person that opened the door for you before, a Goliath, maybe human, probably Goliath. I don't know. 7 foot tall, thin, very thin, but 7 foot tall, and he never got new pants yet. So his pants are still currently some math here. 5-6 inches too short.
Capris.
Clothes actually. Yeah, clam diggers, capris. Yeah, looks like he's wearing capris. Oh my god, I gotta get him changed.
You just realized you look like the kid from Big. Okay.
And he puts down a little plate of food for you.
She'll go over. She'll kind of sniff at the plate. What am I smelling?
There's some different chopped up some fruit, some he doesn't know what cats eat. Some chopped up fruit, some bread, some cheese. Out of character, I had a cat that loved fruit, especially watermelon. It was really weird. And then maybe a little yeah, just things like that. Just little
Stray
snacky
cat
things.
is not terribly picky. Doesn't smell bad, so she will go to town and just start chowing down.
I got a 21 on the thieves' tools.
Oh yeah, you unlock that door.
Nice.
It will slowly. Oh, sorry. No.
Sorry. From your side, Ada. Your side is where it was actually. Or no, it's the keyhole lock, so it's locked on the inside. So yeah. Go on, Duke.
Duke will approach the counter. He says, "I'm quite parched myself. Don't mind if I do." And he's gonna try to like reach into the bowl and grab some of the fruit. And he's going to take the advice of what his comrades had said earlier and look at the stray cat. Do you understand what I'm saying? Can you speak, little one? Well, I guess you can speak, but I don't speak cat.
Can I give a roll to see if I understood what that meow meant since I've been around cats so long?
Animal handling.
Right. If you are done trying to converse with an animal, the door wasn't as locked as you thought, Beowulf. I think it was maybe a little bit just jammed. I give it a proper nudge and it opened.
Magnificent.
Yes.
I'm glad I could have weakened it for you.
Yes, very good. You're good, very handy.
Yes.
I think at that comment, Duke looks at Stylax. Is it so strange for us to talk to animals? We've at least met two today that can speak. The raven and cat himself.
That is true. I hadn't thought about that. Typically, in the past, when I would speak with them, I think when I would speak with animals, I didn't expect a response. I'll have to ponder this.
Maybe they just didn't find you worthy.
No, that cannot be it. He just completely dismisses that.
Just talking to Beowulf. This looks like a nice little lounge in here.
Yes. Very relaxing location. All of the windows have been boarded up, however, in order to deter squatters.
Right. Well, let's just go through the house first and see if there is anything that is... I mean, if there is a squatter, they had to get in somehow. But,
Yes.
now I only see the cat. So let's see here.
A bedroom. Oh, I think you'll be most impressed with this, my lady.
What?
There are 2 bathrooms.
Ah, perfect.
The luxury in most places.
Yeah.
And this is also a bedroom, I assume, then? Or...
No, this is a cleaning closet.
Ah.
Oh, yes, it is a bedroom. Sorry. I forgot it wasn't separated. Yeah.
Right, so... check inside those chests as well.
Completely vacant.
I'll also check for any like hidden bottoms.
Ooh, thieves' tools. If you have proficiency in perception, you have advantage.
I do.
Hmm.
Is that dexterity then, or?
No, wisdom. 18. Nothing in the way of a false bottom in these chests. However, they do have false tops, just nothing inside of them yet.
While they're doing that, I'm going to start looking around and see if I can find any other evidence of a squatter.
Okay, roll me a
Stray cat.
survival.
Stray cat will follow him.
Nice.
Roll me a
What am I rolling?
survival.
As the cat leaves, Duke just grabs the bowl and starts munching it.
It's good fruit. Fresh.
11.
Okay. Going through here, you check most of the rooms throughout this first floor of the estate. He alerts you that upstairs, or sorry, I should probably do that in character. Beowulf will alert you. The upstairs is in a state of complete and utter disrepair. Apparently, when they were leaving, they ended up throwing around a lot of their belongings and destroying a lot of the things there. So, it is not currently accessible to any of you until we have the time to clear it out properly.
Hmm.
But, Stylax, the only thing you find is this door over here that won't open.
Miss Ada, there seems to be an issue with the... Where is it at?
Back here. We're through this door.
There it is. Okay. There seems to be an issue with the door over here.
Well,
Look.
perhaps I will be as lucky as I was with the other door. Just give it a proper nudge, you know.
I did point this one out.
I'll stand behind Ada as she's doing the door, which kind of, I'm sure, blocks view. And I love this 7-foot Goliath, and there's a big giant cat, big cat behind him, and another viper thing, cat behind him.
So, Ada, I need a sleight of hand check from you to be able to do this without anybody seeing you pull out your thieves' tools.
I was going to ask Beowulf to.
Okay.
Beowulf, maybe
Yes.
you could start
Weaken the door.
assigning. No, I was thinking you could assign bedrooms for everyone. I will, of course, have the bigger one.
Right away, ma'am.
Cat and I will share.
Yes, of course you will.
And then as he walks out, I'll pull out the thieves' tools again.
Yep.
Viper is watching Ada clapping their little paws together.
16.
16. This
Add
this
2 to that because of Viper's ability.
No.
so 18. That changes it. It's a admittedly very complex lock, far more complex than the one on the door on the inside of that courtyard that you have. However, after a little bit more effort and finagling around with it, you eventually do feel a click take place. And you got it unlocked.
Is that a map? Table. I'll walk in and have a closer look at.
You walk inside and you see that this table has very intricate and detailed markings all across it. as you see that, you also notice that this piece of parchment on the table has these strange tracings all the way across it, but there's no graphic underneath it. It's just like lines that move and curve all the way around it.
Well, I'll roll it up and put it in my backpack. Turn to the other side. You know, I don't necessarily mind if this cat wants to live here. I mean, it's a cat, so long as it is an actual cat. But it needs a name. Do we know if it's a male cat or a female cat?
I mean, you can find out real quickly.
Right. Well, I suggest, let's see, Lord or Lady Fluffworth.
Freaking love it.
Lord or lady. It could be either one.
Has my detect magic detected anything off in this while I was roaming around the house?
Nothing sparked as magical for you until that door was open, and you can see that the table itself is magical in nature.
You might want to be careful. That table seems to be magical.
Table, but not this weird map thing.
Not that I can tell. Can I try to examine the table to see what's magical about it?
Arcana check.
Session advantage. 23.
The magic that is placed upon it seems to be something that is more static in placed into this room. Something that seems to enhance other magical effects and abilities. Out of character, when you all decide if you're going to be doing the Bastion system at all, and if you want to use it in this place, this is the option for an arcane observatory or arcane facility, I believe it's called.
Yeah, there's the arcane study.
Yeah.
And then later on, there's the.
But if nobody takes that, then it's not going to do anything. But that is on the table.
Okay.
So you mean because there's the observatory, which is
The low level.
Okay. So arcane study.
So just a question then, if we don't decide to use it as an arcane study, could we like transform it into something else? I'm not familiar with the Bastion system.
You can transform it, and you have more rooms than all of you are starting off with in Bastions as options. So you'll just choose which ones you actually pay attention to, and then I'll create an in-game reason why you don't have access to this one anymore. But you could use that for that.
Okay.
And just so you know, so in the Bastion system, every character gets 2 rooms, and there's a list of which ones are available when you're level 5, and then that increases at 13, 9, 5, 9, 13, I think 17, something like that. So, and I can get you some information on that later, but you'll be able to choose 2 out of. Let me count how many there are.
Okay, so like a level after the feat level.
5, 6,
Yes.
7.
At level
8.
5 is when you are warranted a Bastion. But it's an optional thing for you guys to utilize if you want to.
And there's 9 types of rooms you can have, and you get 2 per, more or less 2 per character. So you'll choose which 2. You just, what will happen is in our castle mansion, whatever it is, we'll be able to pick where those spots are for your 2 rooms, and then Ilvorn, well, actually, Adeline will pick 2. You'll pick 2. Cat will pick 2, or whatever. Or maybe some of us have it here, and other people have it like in town or something. I mean, there's.
This seems like this would be more useful for myself or cats, based off what I can tell about this room. Seems to help enhance one's magical nature.
Well, I suppose. Yes, we will figure out what we will do with this place. Don't know how long we will be staying here, of course, but.
Miss Ada,
Yes.
I have properly labeled each of the rooms for whom will be sleeping inside of them. We had one additional room, so I playfully placed that as a place where you may keep the stray cat entertained for itself for now.
Right. His name is Lord Fluffworth, by the way.
Lord
Or
Fluff.
I thought it was Lady Fluffworth.
Lord or lady. Actually.
I don't think anybody's tried to look up.
No.
Just look down at the
Yeah.
bottom.
She's not going
No.
to. She's going to frown upon that if someone tries.
You go to look and
I'm
just
not-
whack.
I'm just kind of like leaning over to the side as the cat walks. 18.
Yeah, you're not positive, but you don't see anything.
She's very fluffy. It's hard to tell.
Gotcha.
Then Lord or Lady Fluffworth has a room designated to them as a spare room. Until, of course, which time we can destroy one of the walls to extend your room. I did take the liberty to take the actual physically largest room to designate for Duke, myself, and for Stylax, and for Dobby.
Right.
It's a bit like a sausage fest in there.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You mean a barracks? Which is also an option.
Right. Well, I'm certain that will work out well to start with. Of course, I will go about getting some people to refurnish and renovate the second floor.
If Duke is still eating from the bowl, she's going to, like, with her paw, try to drag the bowl away from him so that she can eat from it too.
Probably empty by now. Sorry.
Just the fruit juice.
You know what? I probably have some spare food in my bag. I'll offer it out to the stray cat.
Oh yes, I've taken more than my fill. I'm sorry, Sir Fluffington. That is my, or Lady Fluffington. That is my fault. And
It's Fluffworth.
Fluffworth, sorry.
Has
You
a
were all the
more,
way in the other room. It was hard
Oh.
to hear you over there.
It has a
Also,
more noble tone to it, you know.
everyone thank Lord Fett for... Whoa, that's 4 inspirations. So we'll figure out who gets the 4 inspirations.
Thank you.
Thanks. I will then walk over to the. We saw a cup in here earlier, right?
Yeah, the mug that was on the
I'm
table.
gonna go over to the mug and start drinking from it.
You find cat hair in it.
Seems that this belongs to you as well, Lord or Lady Fluffworth. And I will put the mug next.
Can I check to see if this Lord or Lady Fluffworth is opposable digits like cat and they're just pretending like cat does?
Roll animal handling.
Dirty
Nice.
20.
Nice.
Are you one of those cats that has thumbs?
No. Just normal cat paws.
How did they get the cup?
The mystery. In character, the mystery.
And I'm
Did
not
you say that out loud?
Well,
Yeah, it's like
before we do anything more, if a lady or Lord Fluffworth will live with us, I require a bath for him or her. So, whichever one of you feels competent at bathing a cat. I've
Oh.
heard they don't like it, but Damson, why don't you? You are used to handling cats.
yeah, it's super easy. I pointed the cat and cast prestidigitation.
God, that would be so useful in real life.
I know I wouldn't have to use my tongue anymore.
Huh. Well, sure, that works, but I'm not sure if. Do you know if that magic also gets rid of. If it has fleas or. That kind of thing.
Good point.
Bath
Let's say
doesn't
that.
get rid of fleas, just so you know.
Yeah, you need to get in there with a set of tweezers.
If we
Yes, but I-
require, Balby or Dolby is capable of handling this.
Yeah.
I would
Miss Ada,
be-
if
Yes.
Damson doesn't want to do it, I can look
I
after
have
the
no,
cat.
I have no trouble bathing a cat. I've bathed cat plenty of times.
All right. So that
I would like a proper bath for it, not just a magical cheat bath. Humans are cheating with magic.
She'll hold out her hands and towards the cat, like, come here, little one. We need to. Ada wants to get you clean.
And
Kind
at
of
this
me.
point, she is going to drop her wild shape and go back to her normal and just be like slapping her hands at you, like, don't you dare! I can bathe myself!
all right. Go ahead. Drag your token onto the map.
It's official. I don't trust cats. All
Words.
cats on this land are.
And also, yes, I don't see if you guys all saw that or not, but thank you, Fett. Everybody gets an inspo.
Thanks,
Hey.
Matt.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
Damson not expecting that. Instantly reaction, hold person.
Ask them if they consent to the PvP.
Do you consent to PvP?
Sure.
Okay.
You can always say no. Just don't feel like you have to be
Yeah,
pressured.
don't
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
pressure to say yes.
She
Yeah.
wouldn't be expecting it, so she would not be defending herself against it.
Alrighty. Then, would you like to describe what your character looks like? Fliddish.
She is 5'2", with a wiry, lean frame. She carries herself with confidence of a creature that knows its place in the natural order. Her fair skin is weathered by the elements, sun-kissed, freckled, and bearing old, faint scars. Her eyes are watchful, intense, always searching in the dark. They sometimes glow faintly. Her hair is tangled. It's thick with braids, beads, and small bone charms. Wild, unkempt, sun-streaked, and wind-tangled. And she does not like baths, by the way. She wears practical leathers, a deep green cloak dusted with the scent of earth pine and animal musk. There's a leather strap across her chest that has the embossed, stylized evergreen symbol of the Wardens of the Wood in the Eldine Reaches.
Do I recognize that symbol, Joey?
Quick question. Human?
Yes, human.
Okay. Stylex, roll me a wisdom save.
A save, you say? Here we go. 22.
you
I didn't mean to double click.
You feel that immediate, overwhelming migraine that floods into you as you have learned how to allow it to spread instead of trying to oppress it. And that symbol, you've camped somewhere where that symbol existed before. Traveling with the troop.
First, pleasure to meet you. Second, that symbol you bear. Where is that from?
Hang on. Damson, what did you do?
And she just like stuck in like a pose.
Like mid-slap, like...
Bit of a reaction. I just made her stop moving for a little bit. Hold her in place.
Can she respond while she is held?
Like
paralyzed.
through the grit of your teeth, just to make it easier to actually have roleplay this. Yeah.
Eldine Reaches.
I know that symbol.
You can make a wisdom save on the end of each your turn to break out of it if you want.
Why are you squatting in our house? My house. Step in front of her. You'll see Adeline is also actually 5'2" as well. And doesn't look like a local. She's yeah. She also speaks with a slightly different accent. She has red hair and yeah, looks to have a somewhat paler skin. So why are you in our house, my house?
I found myself honorable to remember.
Hang on.
Damson, this is painful to look at. Can you let her move?
Wait.
Darlax, how are you watching her from the other room?
Yeah, I'm wondering the
Because
same
player-
thing.
Oh, I thought we were.
No.
Wait just a moment, and I'll just lift some of her hair on the forehead, just to, so I can see if she also has like this welt on the forehead, similar to the rest of us.
Ooh. You lift and you look. Yep. Right there.
Now the question is, when I end hold person, is it your instinct to follow through with the slap that you were midway through with?
Oh,
I guess we'll find out.
I end it.
But Ada?
Yep.
And no, once it ends, she just drops her hands down. She realizes that the person that she was slapping is not the person who's in front of her.
Aw.
And she goes from her crouch on the.
Sorry, Ada was about to speak.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll just take a little step back and just. Well, pleasure to meet you. And your name is
Flittish.
Liddish. Alright. Well, you can call me Ada or Adeline if you want. And you said you are what from where?
I'm from the Eldine Reaches in Corvair.
Does that ring a bell to any of us?
I think I spent some time there with the troop. I know we stayed at a place, and I remember seeing symbols like that, like the one she wears.
Duke.
And you said you
Wait, Duke ask a question. Let me answer it.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we need to work on listening, not waiting to speak. Duke. Roll me a history check.
And roll a d10 if I fail.
It's not exactly a failure, it's just not a maximum win, so go ahead.
Okay.
All right.
20. 30-20.
So you and the Way, the group that you were traveling with, you recall a shocking memory of looking at that location, and it was a pained situation for you. The Order of the Way had gone to that location, and there was a lot of corruption around it. The people, the land, the animals, they were all heavily corrupted by something that the Way did not or the Order of the Way did not understand. You recall this was one of your motivating factors to coming over to Ket. Now, Ada.
I notice you also have a bit of a wound on your forehead here. You say you don't remember anything?
That leads me to answering your question about why I am in here. It's because when I realized where I was, gained awareness, I didn't know where I was, really. And I needed a place to shelter so I could get my bearings. figure out where I am, what I'm going to do next, and this place was empty.
I see. And how long would you say you have been, well, awake? Or aware? How long do you remember?
Less than a week.
Interesting. So it's more recent for you. Tell me, do you know, or can you recall seeing a dark-haired man with a goatee in a brown robe? with
This
a
man,
twist-
as
staff?
this man, as Duke pulls out a picture of him that he drew.
Not off the top of my head.
You do not recall that.
I do
Okay.
not recall that.
Well, it is the person who is most likely responsible for your predicament and ours as well. You see, most of us, well, not Dolby and Beowulf over there, but the rest of us, we also have a similar amnesia.
I think at that point, Duke will reveal the scar that he has.
And we are here in EXANDRIA to try and figure out what we can do about it.
That sounds like a plan, actually. More of a plan than I have had these past few days. I would join if you would have me.
Right. Maybe, but what are your... aside from turning into a cat, what else can you do? Or did you turn into human?
I started out as human. I am a
Okay.
druid.
Oh, one that communes with the spirits of the land.
Indeed.
Okay, she's fine in my book. She's not one of those crazy religious types.
Druids can also be quite zealous, I think.
Mm,
They're not wrong.
And-
I've known a few druids who are extremely zealous.
Right.
What were
Okay,
you
but
about
you're
to
not
say?
one of... Oh, go.
Cat?
No, sorry. No,
Okay.
no, sorry.
So you're not one of those types who will try to kill us if we step on a flower in the woods or something, right?
No.
Good.
My purpose is to try to find a way to get rid of the corruption in my lands.
Yes, these lands you speak of, I recall some memories of them. I feel I understand that sense of corruption was definitely filled over there.
Yes, it's pretty bad, and I have been afflicted myself. So I am especially motivated to find a cure for the corruption.
Core bear, you said.
Afflicted with what?
What is this corruption you speak of?
Dalkir corruption? Are you familiar with the Dalkir?
Ooh, Ada.
Are we familiar?
Ada, now you have to do a wisdom save.
Noise.
Oh, 17.
We like 17. Ada. As the word Dalkir is spoken, you are immediately hit with a nauseating memory that causes you to collapse in place. Your mind begins racing through all of these various times in your life where you have heard of this, the tomes of the Dalkir, the remnants of Dalkir, the corruption of it, the influence it has, even the dedication that you had for a short period of time in your life to studying and researching this. A fear that influential people of your family were terrified of. You even remember getting recruited to work with other alchemists, other people who were studying how you could suppress the Dalkir, and one of your suspicions had arisen during that time. Somebody, a different family, was trying to get you to help them create a different sickness that is similar to the Dalkir corruption, but it would only affix itself to people that were able to be targeted by it. To make it so only a specific lineage of individuals would be able to be befallen by it. You're not sure if you were ever successful.
Sort of sitting on the floor all of a sudden, just, holding my head. Sorry, yeah, I'm fine. Just a little nausea.
Do you need any healing, Ada? Are you sure?
No, I'm fine. I'm just a small headache. I will get by. Perhaps we can discuss this matter a bit further sometime, but you say you're a druid, and so that probably means you are proficient at navigating the wilderness, right?
Indeed. I served as a guide at some point.
Right. Well, it just so happens that we are in search of such a person who can guide our track through the wilderness.
I can help with that.
That would be right. That would be sufficient. Right. Well,
The last guy left.
Right. We had another companion, but he went his own separate ways. It seems. Not sure what's happened to him. But just to inform you of the situation here, this is this place, this house, is my home. Well, not quite yet. It will be soon. But I suppose you are welcome to stay in one of the rooms. Well, we already assigned a room to Lady Fluffworth. I mean,
Which is her, as he points to.
right. Well, Flidish Fluffworth, I suppose, is your.
She winces as if the Fluffworth causes her pain, but she accepts it.
I understand that
Right.
so well.
Well, nice to have you on board. So you are aware also there is a evil wizard who is trying to kill us. Probably you
Excuse
as
me.
well. Yes, you're excused.
What? There's an evil wizard trying to kill you.
He won't
You-
succeed. He'll die. I'll make sure of it.
Right, you were there when he ambushed us outside the city, right?
We did not come to the consensus that he was trying to kill you. How are you certain of this?
Well,
I hope so.
What?
what else was he trying to achieve?
Yes, through our recent investigations, we were able to provide that this person was indeed, in fact, darkening us. We must be ever vigilant at all times, Beowulf.
Right.
You're not afraid, are you?
If you aren't afraid of a mage of that caliber, you're a damn fool.
Or ready to be tested?
Well, let's just assume that he knows we are here in town, or at least suspects. Although he might not know exactly what we are doing. but we should be vigilant.
Yes. Remismo did say that this person could be watching us at any moment, at any given moment. As Duke just looks around. His perception is terrible.
Fliddish, you wouldn't happen to have any sort of expertise against killing evil mages, would you?
Not that I can recall, but I am absolutely willing to give it a go.
That's what I like to hear.
This is the way.
Yes. We must be flexible, of course. Right. Well, let's go get ourselves in order in all of our respective rooms, I suppose, and we can get some supper later.
Alrighty.
I have things to think about.
So, everybody, if you head on over... Actually, I'll just do global illumination on the map to make life easier on you guys. Bam! You see, the rooms are labeled. And also, now is the time that I ask you all, are you interested... Oh, he AFK'd. That's fine, actually. I'll ask everybody else. Are you interested in doing the Bastion system?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm down for trying it.
I go with the majority. It does.
There's no
do
downside.
much for me.
The downside is the time allocation. There is a downside. Is that
How much are we talking? Sort of.
time allocation, usually every time you wish to do something with the Bastions at the level intervals, it's like half a session to a session, depending on how prepared everybody was.
Ah, okay. So, yeah. So not like in-game time directly.
No, we have to cover it during in-game time. If it was out of game time, it would literally take me like 4 hours during that time. And everyone else would have to be available, so it's like, when are we available, you know?
Yeah.
I'm down for giving this a shot.
Yeah.
Same.
Okay. Do you guys want to initiate Bastion now? Or... Hey, look, cat in the background.
More cats.
We
We just saw your cat in the background. Just zoomed.
I think we need time to figure out, because some people don't know what can be made. So time to think about. Everyone can decide which two things they kind of want, and then we can do that next time.
What I would like is a name for this bastion. Keep in mind, you all don't have to share the same bastions. You can, if you wish, or share the same territory in a bastion. But all of you are only going to have 2 options each for the bastion system of what you put in. Temple of Monkey. Okay.
Love it. I would go for that. Although, I'll phrase it this way. We're also doing it in Saturday game, and it kind of got named after the person who. How do I phrase this? That character doesn't have to get married like you did, Ada, but but we could name it something after your thing. We can name it whatever we want, but it's your abode. So, for instance, my other character, his last name is Moonshadow, so we just call it Moonshadow Estates, and that's where the bastion is.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
Okay. Well, then, everybody, you can go ahead and take your long rests if you would like to. You have your respective rooms. If anybody wants to move around rooms, fucking feel free to do so. It's just until Beowulf and Dolby die, which they inevitably will, that room is just better suited for a barracks.
Not on my watch, they won't.
I know. So
Challenge accepted. Not for Dolby. I hate Beowulf.
Wait, you hate Beowulf? I love Beowulf.
I like Beowulf.
Yeah, but Stylax
doesn't like Beowulf.
Fair enough. Yeah. He is supposed to be a personality. Just one, though. All right, then, everybody, you go to your respective rooms, chambers. You do have the 2 different bathrooms. I'm assuming the men are taking the one and the women take the other one.
Yeah.
Nonsense! This is all co-ed.
So- Ada, you
No.
open the door and you just see Stylax shitting.
Yeah, dude, just shit.
Yeah, no. I'm taking my dagger on this one, carving ladies, and this one men on the other one.
Such
Ada,
ancient thought.
Your doors are already getting carved up by your. Oh. All right. Wonderful.
Oh wait, no, sorry. Not with a dagger. I want to use it with my calligrapher supplies to make it look pretty. My apologies.
You do have those, yes. That's fine. Much better.
I will. Is that this character?
Mm.
I think it is. Hold on. No.
Wait, I got a question. So
I will after
if
he.
it's-
Oh, sorry.
So go ahead.
After Damson puts men's ladies, I will paint with my painter's supplies a picture, just in case we have guests that don't read common. Assuming you wrote it in common.
Mhm.
But okay.
Yeah. Not everybody reads common, guys.
Go ahead, Kat.
Yes, Cat.
Is that now classified as graffiti?
Yes.
Because it's fancy destruction of property.
It is graffiti.
Sounds like vandalism with extra steps.
Sounds like art. There are 2 types of
Yeah.
people in this world.
Like what's his name in the UK? What's his name?
Banksy.
Yeah, that's the one I was looking at.
Alrighty. So, everybody, you long rest. You wake up in the morning. Then the day is yours. You guys have until the mage has discerned specific areas and locations to find something to do with yourselves. The city is yours. You are alive, you're well, you have an estate, it's decently well furnished, and you have a designated bodyguard who's also like a housekeeper who seems to be doing a good job. He's carrying out the poo latrine buckets and dumping them, doing everything. Well, sorry, Dolby's doing that. He's just instructing Dolby. It's about delegation.
I'm gonna spend the morning painting both doors, like not just the symbol, but like the whole door, and making it nice, but obvious when you look at it which one's men and ladies. What do you want me to roll for painter supplies? Dex or wisdom or?
Yeah, Dex.
Is it just a
No,
straight Dex? Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, can I assist by helping with the calligrapher supplies to make the letters nice and fancy, so it's an advantage for him?
Yes.
Time. 17.
So, you end up painting it, and it does look very nice. No streaking within the paints themselves.
And it's like a seam, like it's there. It's like an outdoor. Each one is outdoors, but one has like a gentleman on it, and one has a lady on it.
Wonderful. And you
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. And you certainly filled those up. Both of the doors have beautiful depictions of ladies and gentlemen upon them.
This looks like a training area of sorts, right?
It is, yeah.
Alright. Yeah, Duke will spend the morning there. He was probably either trying to stab at it with his longsword or throwing some hand axes at the dummies.
Sounds good.
I know you said upstairs is inaccessible, but can I try and get up there to see what might be salvageable?
Oh, sure. You can crawl over all of the furniture and lackadaisically be maneuvering like you're climbing through a cavern. it's not accessible. It is ravished and
Okay,
destroyed.
okay.
At a higher level, you unlock more rooms and more space that you can upgrade.
Okay, just double checking.
Yeah. Well, guys,
Actually-
the floor's yours. Like, you decide
Yeah,
what you
yeah.
want to do.
Yeah, I'm thinking of a name for the place.
Okay.
I just noticed you actually put Fluffworth on the back of your token.
Nice. Love it.
Well, if nobody has, if anybody has any other plans they want to get onto, I'm probably going to be heading back to the Obsidian Archives later to see if I can rejolt any of my amnesia and recover.
I'd be happy to join you. If that's okay with you, Macedo.
Yeah, yes, of course. I have things to consider.
And of course, our Lord will be here in just over a week and a half's time.
Right. I suppose we will. Actually, Beowulf, if I give you some money, would you be able to use that to make sure everything is up to par in the quality? Also, start working on the second floor?
If you gave me anything, ma'am, I would make sure that money is spent specifically for what you want to be spent on.
Right. So here's, well, first let's go with, I give you the responsibility for going out, see if you can find some carpenters and craftsmen who can give you a good deal for refurnishing and renovating the second floor, as well as just making sure everything on the first floor is good as well.
Absolutely, ma'am. We shall do that. And now I feel like I have to ask this out of character since there's been like a very long pause. Do we want to do a side quest? Do we want to do downtime? We want to do Bastion, which is also a week of downtime.
I'm down for Bastion, but it's whatever you guys want.
It's like the remainder of this session. What were we doing?
Yeah,
Because
I would
this
like-
was a,
Yep.
stopping to do things moment.
Right.
Mhm.
Also, like an introductory section for a player.
Yeah.
I'm up for Bastion and downtime, but it's up to you guys.
I think Bastion downtime because the only other thing I was going to do was since I don't remember if we sent Viper off to go deliver the gold to the dwarf or not, or if we're going to do that today. I was going to ask that.
No, that was euphemism of getting rid of the dwarf.
So
Yeah, I was
the
saying
question
more
still
familiar,
stands.
not me.
Are you?
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Maybe we should do something small, and then as people get to understand the Bastion system, then we can do that next time or the time after.
I have a name for this house, by the way. We shall call it the Château des Oubliettes.
Kazoo type.
It means the castle of forgetfulness.
I'm just gonna quit Fake Castle. You're welcome.
Yeah, that does make a lot more sense. Fake
Me too.
castle.
Yeah, you need to practice your linguistic ability, you know.
I don't fancy having a tongue fight in my own mouth trying to speak that language.
It's just Château des Oubliettes. What's the
There you
difficulty
go,
about
you're
it?
flapping that tongue around, I can see it.
Shall call it the CDO for short.
CDO.
Right, the CTO. All right, let's just call it the Memories Mansion or something. That is easier for you.
I like that even better, the double M.
Okay, right.
Technically, you could pronounce that word as Chateau Oubliettes.
If it's the Bears and Mansion, does that mean the acronym for this place is MOM?
So we shall call it Mom, Mansion of Memory.
Yeah, that sounds better.
I will go mad traveling with you guys.
Oh, Mansion of Madness, that works as well.
Yeah.
Yes, that is actually better. At the Mansions of Madness. We're going into Lovecraftian territory.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah.
You know I'm in.
Yeah.
Oh,
And look,
nothing would
now
make me
you can
happier.
have a code phrase of, if we need to meet up somewhere, or like, oh, we'll see each other next time we're at Mom's place.
See you at Mom's.
Yeah, see you, Mom.
See you at Mom's.
Alrighty. So, Damson, while you were out exploring after cashing in your chips yesterday, you did notice that there was a town board mission, or a town board in town.
There was a town board I saw when I was making my way back yesterday, if we want to go check that out. Might
Is there
go find us
anything-
a little something to do.
I'm in.
I always enjoy a god action.
Yes. It is the way.
Indeed it is.
Then let's all head there and have a first adventure with our new friend, Kilidish. Yes?
Flittish, are you back, by the way?
Yes, I am.
Okay, there we go.
Kilidish.
Just to everyone, just make sure. I think it's still wise that we lay low for a little bit. We don't know if our actions yesterday caused a bit of a war between the Iron Brand and the Shadowed Veil, but let's not get too caught up in it for now.
Yes, Miss Ada, good idea. Maybe we can ask Miss Fluffworth there. To,
I believe
you
it's
broke me.
just-
Ask Miss Fluffworth here to go check out the board that Damson saw.
I can also just head there. Like, I was just a patron in there. I didn't do anything.
That is true.
Flittish, if you protest against that name, I would recommend doing it now before it sticks too much.
No, it's all right.
Freaking love it.
It'll be okay.
I'm just trying to figure out. The name is Flittish Fluffworth. Pleasure to meet you. That is the most leprechaun-y sounding thing. Just a chubby as shit leprechaun.
You upgraded from druid to leprechaun. You now grant wishes.
Oh no! As the Friday game, they do not want leprechauns. Leprechaun
Which is-
almost killed them.
They're just ginger gnomes.
Ginger gnomes.
Which is the
You don't-
worst no.
They
Anyways,
don't have souls,
So-
they have your soul.
So above the table, we can have have Flittish and Damson go check out the board, come back, let us know what's available, and then we can.
perfect. Is that
Yeah.
good, everybody?
Sure.
Okay,
Sounds good.
It's
Flittish.
like
and-
herding cats.
I know, dude. I've been. Whew. There's two of them in the party. Fuck. It's.
No, there's three.
Hey,
got
just
cat
so you
viper.
know,
Yes.
there's more cats than there are people now. We have the majority.
Wait, if there's 3 cats and there's 3 people, who are you considering not people?
Oh, that's clearly Adolin.
Nobles aren't
Yeah.
people. That's why we can eat them. Anyways.
She's
No,
ginger
no.
as well.
It's because she's French.
Sorry, I totally disrailed this again. I apologize.
Yes, you did. Anyways, so mission board. There is 5 total missions on this board. The first one is there is a clandestine individual who is requesting the aid of an expert physiologist and perhaps mage in order to repair damaged body parts that they have.
Okay.
The name is not on the list. The location is the Labyrinth Den.
Hmm.
The payment is 600 gold for the restoration of the limb.
Gee, I wonder what this could be.
It is the newest mission on the mission board.
When did they
100
post
is a
it this morning?
lot.
Yeah,
Listen,
if we took that would be a ballsy move.
you just show up.
I'm just going to take that down so no one else can take it.
Ballsy.
Yeah. Flittish, I'm not sure if you watched last session or not. Did you?
I've got through most of it.
Ah, well, you missed the best part then. That was great. All right. The next one is a merchant named Yasin has posted a request for help retrieving a valuable shipment of spices and rare fabrics that went missing on its way through the city. The shipment was checked in at the gates, where every major shipment is always checked and noted in. However, it never reached their place of business. For more information, go speak with Yasin over within the Noble District. The next one is the well-known artisan workshop called the Pepe Drip. Has been shut down due to a mysterious noises and strange occurrences that seem to happen there only at night. The owner, Pepe, is desperate to resume work and is offering a generous reward for solving this problem. The workshop payment that they are offering you, I should have mentioned this, is 60 gold and an amount of incense and fine fabrics that you would like, each of which would value up to 100 GPs worth for both of them. The Haunted Workshop mission, he is offering 120 gold. The next one posted is a popular street performer named... God, I need to get more creative with this shit. Named Bobby Brown. Yep. Has vanished. One of his biggest fans and admirers has put up a notice that he is gone. The local Entertainers Guild, however, moved out in recent years, so nobody else is looking for him, it seems. She is offering signed merchandise by Bobby that she has in her collection, as well as 20 gold for his retrieval. The last mission is a fellow noble. Their private garden has been mysteriously turned to stone overnight, including their prized exotic plants and their beloved pet dog. They are seeking discreet adventurers to uncover the cause of what this was. The payment for the noble is 300 gold.
Looking to Swedish. I'm thinking the Bobby Brown one and the Artisan Workshop.
I'm kind of thinking the Artisan Workshop I'm fine with, but I kind of am partial to the Garden of Stone.
Yeah, that things turned to stone though seems pretty terrifying.
Petrified.
That's fair, and the Haunted Workshop doesn't sound terrifying.
Not really? Like, oh no, it's a spirit. Something that could turn something that's living to stone, though. imagine if that can be reversed, something happens to you and you lose a limb. What do you have to do then? Do you just come back missing a limb?
I guess we'd have to find out, wouldn't we?
Mm-hmm. But because the audience is at night, I figured we'd try to get one during the day, which finding a local musician that's gone missing is a good task altogether. Not to mention, maybe we can get them to be entertainment for a certain wedding coming up.
That's true. All right, I'm fine with that.
We'll take down the Bobby Brown one, the artisan one, and then I will also take the first one so no one else can claim it.
Yep. Fold that up and put it into your pocket.
Hmm.
Okay. Sleight of hand that one.
Hmm.
Yes, Ilvorn, you said 2 bad puns that were actually good in a row. That's an inspiration. It's the bad ones I don't give you credit for. Those ones are good ones. Okay. Everybody, Damson and Flittish make their way back over to you all, holding 2 missions in their hand. However, Stylax, you see a third one sticking out of Damson's bag.
What are the 2 missions? The 2 that you're holding in your hands?
So there's one for an artisan workshop that has strange noises and occurrences at night, and he's wanting his workshop to start it back up. This one is we're to find a local musician that's gone missing. Since the Musicians Guild has been shut down for some time, no one's really looking for them. But their number 1 fan is.
And the one sticking out of your pocket, what does that one say?
She starts laughing and just hands it to Ada to read.
Stylax, you can easily read over her shoulder.
Expertise needed for restoration of body parts.
Well, that sounds all right up your alley.
Look where it's at.
600 gold.
Oh no, he's French laughing.
I figured it'd be such a shame if that one got lost.
Well, yes, that is one way of doing it, but I mean, first kicking his balls and then taking his money for fixing something is even more so an insult. It's actually kind of poetic.
And Flittish, you are completely out of the loop in whatever they're talking about right now.
Indeed.
Yes.
Well, I will have to see if it's possible at all. I think you stomped him very good, Stylax, so it might be difficult, but
His voice went up a couple pitches.
perhaps I could make some sort of remedy that will actually help with his lower family jewels, but might also make him stink or something, so that everyone in his little guild wants to push him out or something.
Yes. Perhaps we work on that one after we finish the other.
Beowulf, I need to set up a alchemy workshop someplace in here.
A workshop
Right.
for your medicinal trade.
Yes.
What room would you like to separate for that?
Well, let me see. Perhaps we could.
There was that little nook right back there.
Which nook?
The one right behind the garden, where you could just throw in a door right there.
Right. Yes, that would actually be helpful to have it near the kitchen, but also easy access to the garden. Yes. So an alchemy workshop in
Right.
this place.
Go ahead and draw a box around that area with your color.
Right.
I
Oh,
can keep that.
Flittish, you have to change your display color. Sorry, you randomly got selected one, but it has to be something that I can differentiate between the others.
Gotcha.
Thank you.
Can I just keep that one back there as the arcane study?
Yeah.
Sweet.
If that's going to be one of your two options that you're choosing to choose, I mean, that is what it's there to be.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
Did you remove the waiter thing over here?
Remove what?
Just get rid of the blue line.
I do
What
not
blue line?
see a blue line.
I don't see that. But if you I think if you right click on it, if it's your drawing, you can erase.
Someone's doing like a measuring thing.
I don't see it.
No.
Here, what's your color?
I'm orange. Oh, now I can do it.
There we go. Alrighty. I can't wait for artists to actually start creating assets so that you can customize all of this shit. That's going to be so good. Alrighty then, everybody. So, you guys have the other two missions that they've brought to you. Which ones sound better to you?
Oh, the artisan one is at night, so I figured maybe we could do both. Bobby Brown during the day and artisan at night.
I got no objections here. These seems like excellent missions to occupy our time here.
The night one sounds good.
Ada, Cat, Flutish.
Sorry, yes.
Well, if it is daytime, then we can go look for this missing person. And then go
What-
figure out what's haunting the workshop this evening.
What time of day is it, Joy?
Morning. You guys took a long
okay.
rest. You woke up and
Oh, you did say
well,
long
probably
rest. I
like
forgot about that.
noon by now, because you know.
Yeah, because I spent the morning painting. That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Cool. Yeah, we can do the daytime one then.
yeah. Okay, so you guys are gonna go track down Bobby Brown's #1 fan.
Yeah, we'll go find the fan to find out what they know about Bobby Brown.
Okay.
Does it say where the fan is on the notice?
Yes, she works as a waitress at
the
a
place.
local. Yeah.
At the den, that would be hilarious.
Yep. No, not that one. At the place that he performs. Which I mean, of course, like. Her name is Alicia. Alicia. There we go. You head over to the generic tavern that they're over at, and when you walk inside, you see that it is pretty busy for it only being noon, especially in the middle of the week. And you see that there is one waitress who's running around frantically trying to help everybody right now. And she stops in front of all of you as you're standing in the door. Hi, you can just find a table. Go sit down. I'll get to you in a minute.
Okay.
You guys spy
I'm
a
not gonna,
booth over there you can squeeze into.
not gonna interrupt her workflow because that's rude.
Yeah. Oh yeah, let's change the music a little bit, shall we? We shall. Perfect. After hustling and bustling for about 15 minutes, she eventually finds her way over to all of you. Hi, nice to meet you. Name's Alicia. I can take your orders. I should let you know that we do have a shortage on all wines, but ale is 100% still here.
Actually, we're here about a request we saw on the board.
Wait, really?
Yes.
You're gonna help me find Bobby Brown?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let me bring you all out some food, okay? Eat up, and my shift is over in about an hour, where I'll come talk to all of you, okay?
Of course.
Okay.
Well-
Fish and chips. It's the best thing they serve here. I wouldn't eat anything else.
That sounds lovely.
Sounds
Thank you
good.
very much.
Fish and chips all around. Got it. Cool. And she goes, and she'll stop, look at cat, scratch cat, and then run.
Scratch and run.
Yep. Anyone who's been in the community long enough knows what this means. If an NPC likes animals, it means they can't be all bad. So she goes off running, and after a little bit, comes to your table, gives each of you a stout of ale, puts down some freshly cooked fish that they have here, and some cut up potatoes that are turned into these crunchy little fry things. A lot of salt on this as well, which makes it a lot better. And she continues working for a period of time before eventually coming back to all of you. Yeah?
Sorry, I'd like to reach into the spice pouch and like get some seasoning, some of that Cajun seasoning.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Finally, you're using the spice pouch.
Yeah. Just that's good.
It tastes so good. So she'll come back over. Hi. Hi, all of you. So you decide to pick up the mission. I should let you know that the gold I set aside is all the gold that I have, so that's really all that I can really afford. But Bobby Brown is going to be the next biggest bard, I promise you. And having a signed instrument of his is huge.
Okay. When did he go missing?
Bobby went missing about a week ago. Now, sometimes you can be a little fleeting as a musician, right? Not being as actively engaged in everything happening. We had a set list already set up for him. We got a supporting band for him, all of that here, and he didn't show up, which is very weird because Bobby has only missed like 2 shows in the past month, which is like not that many at all, right? And then when I brought it up, hey, he wasn't here, the owner just shrugged it off and said, we'll find a different person to perform. But, I mean, Bobby's just such a nice guy, and, like, he wouldn't just ghost us out of nowhere. I think something might have happened to him. Maybe there's a rival bard who picked him up, or maybe somebody who was malicious towards him and wanted payment. I mean, he's famous, of course, just not that famous yet.
Okay. Have you checked his house?
Oh, no, he stays here. And I did check. Some of his belongings are still in there, but he's not anymore.
Any chance we could have access to his rooms to take a look around?
Oh, yeah, of course. We have to do this behind the nose of the owner, though, and the bartender, who's his nephew. They think that this is a pipe, not worth it. So yeah.
Okay.
All right. So I guess you need to check in for some rooms. That'll be 1 silver for a room to accommodate all of you.
I'll put a silver down.
Good. And she'll take it over to the barkeep, who hands her a key, and she'll bring it over to all of you. I made sure that his door is unlocked. It's the one that is 2 doors down from your room, left-hand side.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll be sitting here until you guys get back.
Right. Let's go check out the room then, guys.
Since we have a room, I'm going to go in there first and take the form of a wolf so that I can sniff around the room and see if I can get his scent.
Okay, so you wild shape into a wolf and begin sniffing your way through the area. And you're doing this in your room.
Yeah, I switch in our room so I'm not like, changing forms out and all willy-nilly out where people can see.
Okay. So everybody sees Flittish walk into your room as all of you are standing at the other door, and a moment later, a wolf walks the fuck out in the middle of the hall in a domesticated location.
Right. Yes.
Look, look, you could have changed his room, you know.
She just blinks.
That is a proper animal, at least. Look over at cat.
Agreed.
She's waiting for someone to open the doors because, wolf, not
I'll
opposable.
help her out.
Alrighty. So you head on inside. Everybody, this room looks exactly how you would think a creative's room would look. It is beyond messy. There is clothes thrown asunder all over the place. There is pants lying out on the floor. There's shirts hanging up on shelves. There's an open, what do you call those? Suitcase just sitting over in the corner that's only about halfway packed through here. And the bed looks like it should have been cleaned by now, considering he hasn't been here for so long. Now, you're in wolf form. Roll me a perception check. You do have advantage on, what is it? Perception checks that rely on scent, correct?
I believe so.
Awesome.
So when would investigation come up in the new rules? Because we haven't used it once yet, I think.
It is when you are looking for specific information from things that yields very specific information. So when you were going through a book, downtime mechanic, you know how previously research was just intelligence. Now it is actually investigation.
Oh.
It's mental. So like trying to remember something or look at something, like investigating in a mental capacity, not in an eyes and ears capacity.
Yeah.
So recalling something, finding information in a book, going through notes.
Wait, so if you're trying to say like deduce a crime scene, that would be perception, not investigation?
Perception.
Yep, it's
Yeah.
changed.
Okay,
for
got it.
2024.
Yeah. They nerf the shit out of investigation as well as athletics.
But if
Which
it's
were
like,
like
hey-
the two that didn't need any nerfing at all.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I agree with that.
But if you're trying to recall information, or I forget how else they phrased it.
Because I took investigation because figuring like if I would need to do like an autopsy or something, that would be investigation. Is
medicine.
what? Right.
Yeah, that's the problem with the new,
Yeah.
where everything is more divided amongst everything else, and investigation is very, very niche. When Duke is in the library, that is investigation because he's looking for specific information. But that it's very limiting. If you want to switch that proficiency out, feel free. Like that is.
But I'll still keep it. It's still relevant and just need to know what it's used for.
Yeah,
Fair.
so it's, and I'll drop it in the chat. This is right out of the player's handbook. It says abilities, intelligence, and example uses find obscure information in books or deduce how something works.
So if you see a puzzle, investigation is how you will discern the mechanics of the puzzle.
Or a mechanical
Cat's
piece of
brain
equipment.
works.
That is baffling, but yes.
So my perception is a 25.
Oh, you did roll. I apologize. I usually get pinged when that happens. I haven't gotten any pings, and it's not muted. Anyways, 25. You pick up on 3 distinct scents in here. One is sweaty, slightly musky, infused with like scented oils, like lavender-esque. That seems to be the dominant scent in here. The second one that you smell sweaty, frying oil, perfume that's slightly familiar to you. And the third scent you smell in here is more grimy, dirty. Smells a little bit like fish, but like spoil fish. 3 different individuals.
Okay.
Can I look through his suitcase to see if there's any like notes in it?
Oh, go for it. Yeah. You go through the suitcase. Perception. You find some old sheet music for various songs that this individual was writing. I don't know if you know any instruments, Damson.
No.
Then you cannot read any of it, but you know it's sheet music. Seems well written for many of it, like the handwriting wise. In addition to that, however, you find a fan letter in here. It reads, my dearest Bobby Brown, I was so infatuated with you last night, but I was nervous to come and approach you afterwards. I hope this letter finds you, and you can know that from henceforth I'm going to be thinking about you exclusively, regardless of whom I'm spending my time with. Your voice carried with it a level of power, strength, and smooth sexiness that is unparalleled to anybody else. And, of course, your dance moves were invigorating to both the mind and my imagination. If you wish to meet up, all you must do is wink at the crowd tonight, and I will find you. Signed, your beloved Alex, with red lipstick kissed next to the name at the bottom.
Interesting. It seems he has an admirer named, You said Alex, yes?
Alex, yes.
Named Alex. Can I... Because I have calligrapher supplies, can I tell roughly when this was penned?
Ooh, yes, you can. Calligraphers utilizing intelligence. If you're proficient in history, advantage.
If I'm also proficient in calligrapher supplies, can I assist?
Absolutely.
All right, intelligence. 1 and
Pretty good.
23.
We'll go with the 23. This is definitely older than a week. Maybe a couple of more days beyond that. It ties up to like a couple of days before he went missing, where he would have received this letter. Now, Flittish, when you see that they discover this letter you go over, you smell first the scent of the musky, sweaty individual with that little bit of oily lavender scent. And then you smell that like grimy, dirty fish smell.
I sniff at that, and then, of course, I will sneeze. Go back to where I smelled the grimy, dirty, bad fish before.
Yep.
And I kind of want to. The bad fish makes me think of the fish and chips we just had, even though the fish and chips were good. It puts me in mind of that, so I kind of want to. This is going to cause a problem, I'm sure, but I want to sniff around the kitchen.
If Duke sees the wolf walking away, he will follow. And just say, and if anybody like gets in the way, he'll say, And this is an inspection. Please stand aside.
I'll go with Duke and Fletish,
Okay.
aka Fluffworth.
Yes.
As I'm going, I'm gonna be sniffing like along the halls and stuff like that as I go.
Perfect, perfect. You may roll another perception check at this point, and I need intimidation from Duke or Stylax with advantage because of the other one. Now, this is not, threatening, but it's, everybody, we're doing work here and, like, getting them out of the way, commanding through presence.
Go for it, Duke. I'll give you advantage.
I forget. Can we use strength for this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Damn, real consistent with those 25s, huh?
Ooh,
Okay,
nice.
roll again. That's a +0. That's supposed to get a +3 on it, so 21.
21. People immediately start freaking out and running for the door, and many of them just like separate out of your way as even the kitchen staff is fuck this and run outside as there is a wolf in their domestic location in the middle of a city where wolves are not indigenous in the region.
And Duke in his armor and a 7-foot Goliath.
Yeah.
Out of the way.
Yeah, you're parting the entire diner. The place was busy. You start sniffing around, and when you get into the kitchen, the smell of fish in here is so much more potent, but there's no smell of rotting fish in here. No rotting whatsoever. Everything here has to be fresh or like freshly received. They don't even have like a garbage bin for it. However, you smell that second fragrance, that second person. Not the third one who had the rotting smell, but the second one who had the perfume, as well as the sweat and the smell of frying oil. You sniff through, and you see waiting at the table is Alicia, just eyes wide looking at the wolf and you two standing there. She was in his room, and by the smell of it, they were together.
How? Oh, together, like
Yes,
together.
yes, that one.
Makes
Uh-huh.
sense.
In the Christian
How-
way.
How old would that scent have been?
Over a week ago in the room. But
Okay,
she
so over
wears
a
the same perfume. You can pinpoint that perfume easily. And of course, she smells like oil. She handles the food from the fish and chips.
Okay.
Guys, where'd you get a wolf?
She's with us.
We're conducting the investigation.
Wolves are us.
I think you mean Bork, but
Bork. Bork. When I was up at the room sniffing around, was there any like discarded food? Like maybe he had the fish and chips in his room and it didn't get disposed of, and maybe that's where the bad fish smell was coming from.
No. Despite the mess of clothing in there, there was no mess as in like food or drinks or anything like that.
Okay.
You get the sense that he probably didn't like eat in his room. He more like worked in there. But yeah, that rotting fish smell is the only one you haven't been able to like pinpoint inside of this establishment.
All right, well, time to head outside the establishment then.
I'm probably gonna come down at this point from the room with the cat as well. Like, pardon me, Alicia. Seeing it now, everything's just empty. It's like, okay, that's probably expected due to that. Do you remember Bobby Brown winking at someone in the crowd a couple days before he disappeared?
Me?
He was winking at you?
Well, I mean, I was kind of in his... I'm pretty sure he was winking at me. That was the night...
Go on.
That was the night he and I made love.
Congratulations.
I'm doing a insight check, which allows for mood and intentions, and I'm just trying to see if there's something more behind. I don't care about the knight and their tryst. I'm more like,
her mood towards this entire situation is more akin to love and worry and obsession than anything secretive or guarded. You can tell she wanted to not admit that for obvious reasons, but she seems to be open about their shared love with one another.
can you, Alicia?
Hmm?
Or Alex? Is it Alex or Alicia?
Alicia, I'm not Alex.
Alicia. And who is Alex? Who's this Alex person?
Who's Alex?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
I was going to ask you about that. We found a letter penned by someone named Alex to
What?
Bobby Brown. Do
Oh,
you know the regulars?
a regular by the name of Al? No, there's no regulars. I mean, I guess it's reasonable he would have other fans, right? Does it look like a woman's handwriting, or is it a man's hand?
Can I tell with my roll?
Your roll was over 18?
Yeah.
It was definitely masculine writing, made to look feminine.
Definitely a man's made to look feminine. He was probably in the crowd with you that night he winked at you.
No, he winked at me. He definitely winked at me.
Well, I mean,
I talked to
obviously
him
he did.
later that night. He told me, like, yes,
It
that
had to
was
be
meant for me.
It had to be me.
Yeah, like he told me.
Well, clearly. But was there anyone else near you,
The
masculine, that was also keeping an eye on him?
I mean, there was the one smelly guy.
Smelly.
Yeah. I think he's one of our vendors, but the kitchen staff would know about that. I don't deal with the vendors.
Nice.
He's like a fishy person.
Maybe it's just he
Aha.
usually smells horrible.
Well, I guess that would be a lead then. Since, can I smell the fishy smell in the letter from?
Oh no! That's something that
No?
takes a heightened sense that the wolf has.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to look to the wolf of, did you smell a fishy smell in there? You can nod or bork if you did.
Guys, you can't expect a dog. And then her eyes just go wide when she sees the wolf.
It's a very well trained dog. And wolf, I mean. Wolf dog.
Oh, well, there's a lead then. We'll have to probably ask the kitchen staff then.
I think they left for the night. She just looks at the wolf.
Well, where do you normally get, or do you know, if you don't know who the vendors, do you know where they come from? Or is there like a ledger or something that we might be able to look at?
The manager would know.
Did he run off too?
Yeah. You
Is
look
his
around,
office in-
it's you and her. Nobody else. Or
Hmm.
one old man sitting in the corner who took off his glasses that are way too thick for someone to. Yeah. Like, that's it. Like, everyone else left. There's
Does he have
one
an
old man
office?
eating his soup.
Mm-hmm. Does your manager have an office where he keeps the records?
Underneath the bar.
I'll go over there and take a look at the records, see if it shows a vendor
Okay.
of who delivers.
This is seeking information. The first investigation of the campaign.
I'll ask Dana if she
Yay!
can come help.
Oh, shit.
Now, I'll let Ada lead it if she wants.
Sure. with advantage then?
Yeah.
23.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
So, Ada, as you check through, you find that this manager is not a very well organized man, but I mean, it's a hectic tavern inn. It's going to be unorganized. But you do find that there is a list of various vendors in this town. There are 3 fishmongers that sell to this establishment specifically. One of which, their name is Alexander Hamslin. And you have his address.
Well, I think we have found a suitable, or at least a contender for who this Alex is. Someone named Alexander Hamslin.
I'm gonna whisper to Ada. Do you think it's a kidnapping because of some love obsession?
You might be muted. I can't hear you.
Oh.
Or you were speaking way too quietly.
Yeah, I was, probably. Being conspiratorial. Or...
We can stage whisper. Don't real whisper.
Yeah.
I'm whispering.
All right. So, yes, I think that could be it, or it could be maybe. Well, I don't know this person we are looking for, of course, but could be that maybe he has. Maybe they are secretly lovers planning to elope or something.
Maybe. How about this?
Yes.
Let's bet. If it's a gold on it. Me for kidnapping, you for eloping.
Sure.
I'm
Shake on it.
choosing the third option.
Go on.
BDSM.
Oh. And on that cheery note, I think this is a great place to end the session. Players, thank you all very much for playing. Welcome to the group, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Yeah.